just
listen, watch your mouth, bro. Don't be calling nobody threatening nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
He's just showing love.
Hold on, let me ask another question. Is she from America?
She's from California.
She thinks we're soft.
I don't know if he hit it, but the insinuation is that like, yo, why are you going over there to go see mans, bro? You're leaving to go to Toronto? Bam! Sir, and then she still goes? Yo, bro. There's something on the other side of that border, bro. Canadian freak
Don't put
off.
Canadian freak off as a title in us three on the thumbnail.
Not do that.
He was like a power forward on the high school basketball team.
Yes.
Yeah, one of those ones, like a Zach
bro.
Randolph type.
Yeah, fam.
Yeah.
That was built different.
Yo,
That
they're
was
right,
built-
man.
Like, be real with yourself, right? You want to do music, bro? Or do you want to be a bad man? Pick
Yeah.
one, bro. Because you'll meet the bad man you need to meet. Bad man don't do music, eh?
Well, make me sign a lease. If I'm a chick, listen, that's why I can't be a chick. Pause, right? Because at least I guess you can. But I wouldn't want to be.
Yeah.
Because I'd be a big bro. Are you crazy, fam?
Oh God, I hope
No,
you don't
I-
clip this.
Clip it.
We love hip hop.
So, gentlemen,
Yo, what's up?
I got some pre topics. We got a great show lined up, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I got some topics, bro, that people have been sending me in like last minute in the DMs. I got a DM email actually about Mark Moore, Presidente. So it says Toronto rapper Mark Moore, aka Presidente, was brutally by staff in the Atlantic Institution. He had a seizure while staff watched him and did nothing. This led to the police to a police investigation.
Oh, he's getting out.
I don't know.
Fully
about
out from that?
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
He's technically like a serial killer.
Killer,
but
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yo, maybe.
He's technically.
Yo, man.
Well,
maybe,
like he was convicted for 4 bodies.
Yeah.
And one of those bodies could be one of those people who smashed him. I don't know.
And where's the Atlantic Institution? I need to find
Let's
this
find
out.
that out.
Yeah,
I feel. I thought in my head, I'm like Vancouver or something.
Well, you know when these guys,
They get shipped out, eh?
yeah, they get moved around, bro,
Yeah.
over the years. Especially if you're a lifer, like you're not gonna do life in the one institution. Like you might do 10 years here or 5 years here, and then you might get into a fight and they ship you to another prison.
It's a province.
Yeah, Atlantic Institution. Where is this now?
So
New Brunswick.
New Brunswick is crazy. So in facilities like this, how much time of the day are you isolated versus interacting with people? Like, is it like very isolating where like you're in your room most of the day by yourself?
Well, it's a maximum security facility. Most maximum securities, without going through the details, are usually 23 hours in and 1 hour out, or 22 and a half in and one and a half hours out for phone and showers and stuff, phone and yard.
Damn.
Yeah. So you're locked down for the whole day, all night. You know what I'm saying?
You think of a lot of things in those hours.
Yeah.
Become a very smart man in that time. You can teach yourself a lot of things you didn't know.
What's crazy is that like he's over there in New Brunswick, and people would think that he would have gotten into an altercation over here in Toronto or in one of the Ontario prisons, but you just never know when you're in this system, bro.
You go to those like little hick towns, bro. And oh man, they probably were like, hey.
But you did an interview with him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you regard him as the same type of serial killer as like a Paul Bernardo, or like because he's thrown in that category, but is it the same thing?
Now, you the name that you threw out there, Paul Bernardo.
That's like crazy because he did like R word and stuff too.
Yes, but also it might be in the same category because, you know, when you think of serial killer, Paul Bernardo is not the face to me. It's more like a
Ted Bundy.
The next one that they made the movie about the other day.
Luca Magnotta?
No. The one that was on Netflix. Why can't I remember his name? Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where like Paul Bernardo, yes, he was considered a serial killer, but like he had the whole relationship stuff going on with his girlfriend, with Carla Homolka, and one of the victims was Homolka's sister.
Yeah, it was more obsessive.
She's out too.
Yes,
Yeah.
She's living her life. I think she remarried.
Yeah. But I think I'll put them still in the same category because Mark Moore is, I guess, considered a serial killer by technicalities, But because he's a hood man, people are not looking at it like that, because then how many other hood mans are probably serial killers?
That's what I'm saying. I always felt like the term serial killer defined like a set of intentions or behaviors that a lot of them had.
Yeah.
Whereas like he probably just qualified based on the numbers. But I don't know, like
King Von is that.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, are there like notorious black serial killers? I feel like most of them are white.
Yeah. But in the crimes that they do, right? It would be like serial killer. Like a lot of white crimes are different from black crimes in a certain sense, right?
Like the definition.
The definition. So like what Jeffrey Dahmer was doing. That's like white crimes, but not to say a black person hasn't done it, but it probably wasn't up to that same level.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Per se, like black man growing up in the middle of a flipping hood and, you know, age of 16, shot a man, boom. Didn't get caught for it. By the time he was 19, shot another man.
Yeah.
Boom, didn't get caught for it. Then it just became a trend, right?
He's a driller.
He's a driller. So then people start being like, yo, you know how many caps that guy has?
Yeah.
Right? But they're not looking at it as like, yo, he on some like Jeffrey Dahmer shit.
He's crazy. No, he's just putting in work.
He's just putting in work. It's a difference from because of the habitat, the lifestyle that the places that they are, right? It's where somebody could be growing up and stuff.
Let's say there was someone in the hood who was only targeting like a certain demographic, like single females who walk alone at night.
Well,
now you might consider him a serial killer because there's some sort of like narrative. But if it's just like 4 isolated bodies, is that even a serial killer? Or are you just a driller at that point?
Well, it's like, okay, you can isolate it. It could be like, I'm a blood and I only kill Crips. So it's like, you're a serial killer now. There's intent.
Yeah, he's a serial killer.
You know what I mean? A string of Crips died due to one man.
You are a serial killer.
Even though it's technically just gang violence.
What if you're a hitman? Like a hitman versus serial killer? Like
he's still a serial killer until he gets caught. Until he gets caught.
A lot of people don't talk about that, about how hitmen could be considered serial killers.
That's their job.
I think it's until they get caught.
What if you're in the army and you have like 10 bodies?
You're a soldier.
You're a soldier.
You're a soldier, but like technically,
it's a job.
There was serial killing involved. You kill multiple people.
Yes, but you're doing it for the government. You're doing it legally. You're a soldier.
Okay.
You're in battle.
It's within the law.
It's within the law. It's like, you know, those people are supposed to be the enemy, so you have to take them out for the democracy of our country. That's the big difference. To like, oh, I'm just going around on the street and women that have this hair color, I'm just targeting them and then just taking them all out one by one.
Oh
you know what I'm saying? Like, we have to get that person off of the street. The soldier, we have to give him a medal for taking out all those people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So do we consider someone like a King Von a serial killer? Because I feel like just the colloquial use of the word serial killer, it just doesn't necessarily fit in that description. And I don't know if that's because it's so like racialized that like we're used to hearing like, okay, serial killer is like some crazy white boy shot up a school.
Ted
like,
Bundy,
you know?
Yeah. Technically, yes. And Traplo Ross did the video saying King Von, whatever, Chicago's serial killer, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So in all technicalities, yes, but a lot of people won't look at it that way. It took Traplo Ross to make the video for people to be like, yeah, he kind of is.
And Charleston White was kind of big on that too.
Yeah,
pushing that narrative.
There's other mans who have just as many hats as King Von or whatever, maybe more, and nobody's looking at them as serial killers. They're like, okay, well, you just got mad hats, bro. Like, don't mess with that crew. You know what I'm saying? They got Goonie Goon is in their crew. You know what I mean? Don't you know how many bodies he got? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the circumstances of what the environment.
To
your environment. And I feel like hitman would be more until he gets caught because it's a job, even though it's illegal.
But why does he have to get caught for him to be considered a serial killer?
Because it's a job. So what they had to do was, like, a detective would have to run around and figure out these hits, right? And then be like, oh, it came from this family. Okay, so now who's the hitter in that family?
Yeah.
Right? So now, like, it was the mob, right? So it's like, boom, they find out it's this guy. It's Sammy the Bull. Now it's like, okay, now they take it back to, oh, Sammy the Bull in 1987 killed this guy, and then 4 more guys, and then walked into a cafe, and then Who this guy? The mob boss's head off right here. Like,
Yes.
And then after now, they got to prove that he serial killed all these people.
Yes, but I don't know if it's easy to call it that because he was hired to go
That's
get
what
all
I'm
those
And there's no
people.
connection between them besides
But
the hiring.
That's when I
Yes.
feel that's when I think they would label you a serial killer until they caught you
Mm.
and then figured out like, yo, bro, you did these
Oh,
things.
these are just hits.
But then what are they going to look at it as like
Organized crime.
Organized crime
Yeah.
with
Or
a serial killer.
M's that came off of organized crime.
Okay.
Where if it's like you don't know why all these people are dying,
Yeah.
you're just like, okay, there might be a serial killer on the loose. Until you
Until
find
back it
him,
out.
and then you're like, oh, you're a mob hitter.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
wait.
you're still a serial killer.
I was gonna say, like, if you order a hat, say you have like many hats under you, but you never did anything physically.
Mm.
Are you a serial killer now because you're responsible
No.
for the death of that many bodies, even though you didn't deliver the shots, but you kind of like placed an order for it?
Oh, you're
That's
you're
a good question.
accessory.
No, because you might be, because like it's still you're the one who's like,
You're
I want
orchestrating
these
it.
people, I want
Gone.
all these people gone,
Mhm.
Yeah.
right? So you're technically the murderer, right? Even though you didn't do the
That's
actual
what it-
action,
Is
right?
that where the Rico effect comes into play? Because
Yes.
now, like,
But
Mm.
is that person a serial killer? That's a good question.
yo, he's like a serial accessory killer. He's like a serial
Mm.
accessory killer.
Mm.
You know? He's like accessory, like you're connected to all this, right? But you are the reason.
Yeah.
But you didn't physically do it. So they'd probably still be like, who the hell did?
It's
yeah,
like
but you still have to be sick enough to want all those people gone. So it's like, yo, you're
Yeah,
kind
but
of
you
a
don't
serial
have
killer.
the cojones to do it.
That part.
Yeah, I want to know who had the cojones to do it.
But there's a difference in time served if you're physically actually doing the drill versus like just placing like a
Making the order.
making an order.
making,
Yeah,
making an Uber Eats order.
Isn't
Uber
there
kills.
one hit?
Isn't
Add tip.
isn't there cases where like a person has called for a hitman and then they still got caught before the hit got made and stuff and they still go to jail for it?
Yeah, the
Mm.
conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy.
Okay,
right?
but that's less time than you delivering the
actual
actual like
hit.
murder.
Yeah.
So can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What's his condition after this seizure
Well,
and stuff?
I don't know, man. That's all I got as far as an update right now. It's just like the email came in this morning and I was like,
What made them send him to like New Brunswick, bro?
I think he was in New Brunswick when I did the interview with him,
Oh.
right? So he's been there for a while, but I don't have enough education. I haven't done enough time. And people in the comments will say that you haven't done enough time to be an expert on this anyway. I haven't done enough time to know why people get transferred from place to place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've spoken to Heartless G, all these different people who are doing life.
Yeah.
And they're never in the same place as they originally started doing their time. It's always in Ontario they start.
Yeah.
And then along the way, they get moved to Quebec.
Oh man.
They get moved to New Brunswick,
Oh,
Vancouver, all
Oh,
over the place.
Man.
I wonder if they have quotas per facility. Like, oh, we need like 10 more max sentence guys or whatever. Like,
Mm.
what is the
No,
intention
behavior.
or the thought behind moving
No,
people?
and also with behavior, they probably like if you're getting, good behavior and certain, they send you somewhere else.
They reward you.
because there's another place where it's a little more.
No, because these
maybe.
are max to max, right? You're not getting lower down in the system as far as the security level.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the reasons is because this incompatibles, which is you got into a fight with somebody, so now you're incompatible to stay in this institution. We got to ship you out.
Yeah.
You know
To
what I'm
New
saying?
Brunswick from Ontario? Or do you feel like
No,
there are
no,
multiple
dude.
stops?
You made another stop before that, got into another altercation in that prison.
And you know what you're doing then.
Yeah, and it might be you might be a target. People might be like, yo, anytime we see him, take that, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and it's probably always like by vehicle, right? Like they wouldn't fly you out to another facility.
No, it depends. It depends. I don't know. I that's stuff that I don't know.
Ah, man,
You get a little
I don't
private
wanna-
plane?
I don't even want to know, bro. I'm good where
That's,
I'm not.
that's enough prison talk for this
I don't
time.
want to. I couldn't live like that.
Let's get into the show,
I couldn't live
man.
like that,
All you self-promoters are janky. We established like the Yankee. Yeah. Headed for it. Yeah. That mean I'm way up.
Yo, bro.
Talk about it.
I gotta tell you something.
Talk to me.
I got a crank call yesterday. Like somebody knows that we record on. I can't still figure out the voice.
Right?
But bro, you are gonna get me now beat up because the person called me and said if you guys play any Drake for Monday's episode, and don't run Tory Lanez because he's been in certain issues, I'm coming for you. And they hung up.
Yo, can you run Tory Lanez Freaky?
Yo, I'm looking at this guy like it was in him.
We'll start the podcast in a second.
Yo, Richard.
For the YouTube
And then he
audience.
starts running Drake. And they said, if I even hear Drake, and you guys don't run Tory because he's going through his issues, y'all crazy. Like,
YouTube audience.
And he hung up on
Yo,
me.
you got some shit on
He hung
some
up-
hair.
It's some hair.
Cat hair.
Some cat hair on me.
He hung up on me. It was just a click, unknown number, everything. Into thin air. And now this guy comes and plays Drake.
Okay,
And-
what type of voice are we talking? Was it like a white dude voice, a black dude voice?
Bro, I was in the middle of shit and I just got the call. I don't know. I seen unknown. A lot of shit's going on.
No
right?
answer to unknown number.
I know, but I've been getting a lot of calls in this business. So I said, you know what? Let me answer. Hey, yo, Dusty. Like a voice like that. So I
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
really- and if you play Drake and this for Monday's episode, I'm like, how do you get my number? And then I'm like, oh, it's Facebook or something.
They called you through Facebook.
Yeah. So you now playing Drake. I'm like in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm about to get beat up.
Oh, man, no worry. You know what? I'm not
Free
even
Tory.
I'm not even gonna run some Tory in the beginning. We'll salute to Tory.
We'll
And
just
listen,
salute.
watch your mouth, bro. Don't be calling nobody, threatening nobody, bro.
I
You know
know,
what I'm
bro.
saying? Mines are outside, bro.
I know,
Tory's about to get out,
and
bro.
I was
He's about to get
outside.
out.
So it's like, I'm
Yeah,
looking around
yeah.
after. I'm like, yo, bro.
Let's start this off, man.
And I played Drake.
We are Bucks, the world's most smoked out podcast. We love hip hop. I'm your host of the most host, Friday Ricky Dread, aka DJ Ricky Rick. I don't know.
Ricky.
Rickety.
We back at it, episode 577, B3 Studios. We got back at it from behind the wheels of the steel, from behind the pop the balloons, from behind the interview microphones. We got DJ Czar in the motherfucking building.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go,
Yes,
man.
sir. DJ Czar, aka Burrow Sound, aka Young Shawarma, back at it like a crack addict.
Yes, sir.
The big three.
And we got
Hello.
the hip hop thrill, entrepreneur,
Yes, sir.
curator,
Yes, sir.
Dusty Wallace in the motherfucking building. Let's go, man.
Gratitude.
What's poppin', family?
Just hanging and banging.
What's going on, gang?
Chilling.
Not much, man. The city's been interesting right now. Like, I don't know if it's
Yeah.
dead or alive. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man. I think right now, for the amount of stuff that we got on the list here, I think it's alive, man.
Yeah, I
It's alive.
seen. Yeah.
Let's get into saluting the sponsors, and then we can get into our news stories. Let's start off with Diamond Club, aka Canna Cans. First off, salute to Canna Cans, or Diamond Club, the carrier of Canna Cans. Okay, they keep the cans or keep everything freshly sealed inside of the cans. And Diamond Club has all different types of stuff, whether it's edibles, pens, anything that you need. All right, make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page. That's CannaCans_Canada1, or you can find them on the Diamond Club page. That's Diamond Club _Canada 2.0. Make sure to use the code We Love Hip Hop and get yourself a fat discount. You know what I mean? Also, salute to Pink Kush Factory. Let me handle this right here. I got it. Can you see it from here?
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah, hit me up with that one.
I'm going to do it in like a sports announcer voice.
Let's go.
Your glasses?
At Pink Kush Factory, we're driven by a passion for crafting vibrant juice blends that ignite your senses. Our diverse flavors, from timeless classics to bold, exotic creations, are meticulously designed to deliver a burst of refreshment with every sip. PKF is more than just a juice manufacturer. We're a lifestyle brand committed to inspiring wellness and vitality. Complementing our juices, our chic apparel line lets you #stay elevated with effortless style. Experience the ultimate blend of flavor and fashion with Pink Kush Factory. Pink Kush Factory, our top priority is getting medicine to the people.
Jesus Christ. And
It's in the
thank you,
game.
Sorry. It's in the game. Make
I
sure to
was
hit them
like,
up
wow.
on their Instagram page.
But that sounds like the voice that called me. Sorry.
It was me.
Make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page. That's Pink Kush Factory 11. That's Kush spelled KXSH. And let them know that We Love Hip Hop Boys sent you. Last but not least, I want to give a salute to Only Loud For my people in Ottawa, if you want same-day delivery of that Piffity Piff, also same-day delivery in the GTA, you got to hit up Only Loud. They got their own legacy blend, or so they got a bunch of different legacy blends and their own personal blend that's pretty fire. All right, make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page. That's Only Loud Canada, or you can find them on Snapchat, onlyloud.ca. Gentlemen, how y'all weeks been, man? Anything productive going on before we get into our topics?
I'm organizing a Pop the Balloon.
I seen that.
I'm there.
Next Sunday, pull up.
Yeah.
Yeah, just been doing, I guess, like content behind the scenes. I did an interview the other day with KSlime from PKM.
It's on my list.
I seen that.
Yeah.
And yeah, bro, just more DJ gigs now that the weather's getting better. That's what I've been on. What have you guys been saying?
Chilling. Just getting some shit together. Got a content space for that.
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah, it's looking pretty fire still.
Oh, you were there? You went there?
No, I seen some pictures.
Yeah, I gotta pull up.
Yeah. It's about to be happening. So yeah, getting that done.
Okay.
Yeah. What are you saying though, man? Like you.
Interviews as usual, man. I'm always stumped at what I've been up to, man. Oh, my documentary. I'm still writing a documentary,
good.
man. You weren't here last week, but I'm running a documentary on the rise and fall of the whole Toronto scene from like the beginning to where we are now. So
when you say beginning, do you mean beginning of like the modern era, or like you're starting from like before?
I'm starting from the beginning, like the Ron Nelson wave and Maestro Fresh West and Michi.
Wow.
And then getting into the early 90s and then the 2000s and then to where we are now. So
that's going to be really useful for the city, I feel.
Yeah, I think I want to make sure that I get everything. I want to make sure I get everything right all the time, but I want to be very meticulous with it, because later on, and when people need like a history point to go back to, I want that to be the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you can get the whole comprehensive history of Toronto through this one documentary piece.
That's so helpful. It's like, yo, what is Toronto hip hop like? You just watch this one documentary, it takes you through the whole wave.
Yes. And you can just go to this chapter if you want to find out about this era, go to this chapter. And so it's going to take a while, but when I'm done, it's going to be fire. So, and I'm making sure that I keep on putting it out into the universe that I'm doing it, so I don't get lazy and stop writing and be like, oh, let me move on to something else. You know what I'm saying? I want to hold myself to it. But yeah, that's what's going on with me. But let's get into our topics.
Okay.
Some of these topics are pretty mixy, so we'll come out on the other side okay, but some people might be sending us some DMs by the end of this episode.
This is a pretty Toronto-centric lineup we have today.
We got it over here, bro. So Pressa versus his ex-girlfriend is what we have to start with.
Discover Cans, where quality meets innovation. With over 24 premium strains, each carefully sealed in our signature cans for maximum freshness. We're redefining the cannabis experience. Trusted Canada-wide for consistency and reliability. We deliver the product you deserve. Elevate your expectations and explore the difference with Cans. You can find Cans on Instagram at @Cans_Canada, or you can find them on the Diamond Club page, DiamondClub_Ontario. Make sure to use the code WeLoveHipHop on the way out and get yourself a little discount. Salute to the sponsors. Cheers.
Oh, man.
No, some next chick. So he's been in court apparently for some issues with some woman in California. And there's some California court documents that revealed, and this is courtesy of Six Trench. It says California court documents reveal Pressa's locked his ex-girlfriend in a closet, threw bleach on her, and threatened to unalive her if she left him.
Oh, come on, dude. Sorry.
And this is if you want to give me some help right over here, this is courtesy of Unicourt.
Okay. So facts applicable to all causes of action. Plaintiff and defendant were in a dating relationship from June 2020 to April 24, 2021. Defendant is a musical performer who performs under the name Pressa. Defendant committed numerous disturbing, violent, threatening, and despicable acts against plaintiff in the course of their relationship. In February 2021, defendant struck plaintiff in the face and threw her into a closet. While she was stuck in the closet for 15 or 20 minutes, defendant threw bleach in the closet. Plaintiff was burned by the bleach and also suffered stinging in her eyes. It was difficult for her to breathe. Plaintiff was absolutely terrified during the event. Plaintiff suffered physical injuries, including rashes on her feet and toes. Sorry, I don't have my glasses.
Oh my Lord, Jesus Christ.
It's cool. It's cool. In February or early March of 2021, defendant and plaintiff attended a party where defendant became jealous. The two of them were later in the car when the defendant brandished a gun and
Oh my Lord Jesus
and
Christ!
berated and threatened her. He called her a liar, a whore, a bitch, and said that if she ever left him, that he would unalive her. Jesus Christ.
Ah, brother.
She must have crazy nons.
I know. Frightened and desperate, she to find safety, plaintiff tried to exit the car, but defendant grabbed her, pulled her back into the car, accelerated and slammed the brakes, and so that her forehead hit the dashboard of the car. Jesus Christ. Okay, we're gonna stop there. Because I feel like every page is just going to be more and more deeper detail.
Brother.
So Pressa responded.
He did.
He responded.
He's been in the comment sections. He's been on Twitter.
Yes. He put in the comment section to one thing cap, right? I seen at one point. But he made a tweet saying, if you out here abusing women, your mother raised you wrong. So he's denying all of these allegations.
He must really truly believe in his innocence, because if you're willing to go on air and say that, in a sense, it's like your whole credibility is on the line if this is found out to be a guilty verdict. So he's really saying, yo, I would never do that. Anyone who does that, your mother raised you wrong. Like, he's not going to say that about himself. So he is maintaining his innocence.
I don't know, man. I feel like we're dealing with a lot of sticky cases when it comes to relationships these days. We're seeing one that's playing out in the court right now that we're going to get to just now when it comes to Diddy and Cassie, right? Oh. And there's a lot of allegations of abuse in that one too. I don't know. It's hard to call it. It seems very detailed, but he's denying it. And then there's also people who say like these women, they try to go for cash grabs. But I don't know if this is a cash grab. This is a criminal case. No, this is not a civil case. You feel me?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We don't know the facts, and everyone's innocent until proven guilty.
That's true.
So obviously the sensationalist aspect of it is you're going to take every word literally and be like, yo, who would throw bleach on a girl and stuff? Because that's my initial reaction, you know, because it almost is presented as if it's facts.
Yeah.
You know, but we always have to give people the benefit of the doubt in these situations, especially when they are like notable figures, like people who are like brand name in a sense, you know? So it's like it's either, okay, there's really only two options, okay? It's either he did what she accused him of, or they're trying to set him up for like some downfall.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's either guilty or innocent.
Now, that brings the question that I had in my mind. If this was, like, let's say he's guilty, does this affect his career?
Absolutely.
Tell me why.
Okay, I think DVs are one thing. I'm not excusing it. I think it's not good. But like, okay, say if he like struck her on one time versus struck her and then locking her in a closet and throwing bleach on her, like that is a little more malicious than like, oh, maybe they were in the heat of the moment, she hit him, he hit her. Like that's a little more common. That's a little, but the bleach aspect is where it sounds evil. It sounds like, like why would you do that unless you just had like a evil heart? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my opinion. What do you guys think? Do you think he could come back from this if it's found out to be true?
You got to think about it. Like, I'm not trying to like, just what you said, right? Heinous acts, like throwing bleach. Didn't he get like arrested for kidnapping?
Yeah.
The first comment, that has been all the comments.
I know, bro. Like, that's my dog. So I'm like in my head, like, you guys are just sitting here, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo. Every man goes through their 1-2 with a gal, right? I'm just gonna be real. Okay, I know mans have told, if you leave me, I'm gonna kill myself. Like I've seen man do that.
I've heard girls say that, guys. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, you leave me, I'm gonna kill you. Like that's
love.
Okay. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Yo,
like,
that's Toronto love.
That's Toronto love.
That's where Pressa's from. Bro, he's just showing love.
Hold on, let me ask you another question. Is she from America?
She's from California.
She thinks we're soft.
Or
so
she
she
think,
probably talking shit, and he's like, "Yo, you think I'm gonna look a soft Canadian? You ain't fucking that. Yo, shut up.
but yo,
that doesn't make
shut
it
your
right.
dick.
but
That's
yo,
not right.
it's all
I
about
know.
tone. It's all about tone. Because yo, if he's like in the heat of the moment, he's like, if you ever leave me, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah,
okay,
but-
that's a threat. But if he's like, if you ever leave me, I'm gonna kill you. Like
Right?
he might just be flirting.
Flirting, if you leave me, I'll kill you. Right?
In the context of what they're saying here in
That's
this,
still kind of mess, but it's not as
one of
bad.
those ones. Like, yo,
I'd kill you. That's how
I'll
much
lay
I
you out,
love
I'll
you.
follow you
That's
up.
how much I love you. I'd
That's
have
how
to
man,
kill
I
you because I don't
kill
want to see you with
you,
no man.
No, man.
I can't see the tone here in these.
You gotta see it, bro.
But-
It's a Toronto love story.
But I just feel like it might not be that tone. It might be more of an aggressive tone from what it says in the paperwork here.
Yeah, because the girl obviously is gonna be all dramatic about it, like Regin, like
Yeah.
the man's leaving you. Toronto, you just effed you and ducked you. You know what I'm saying? Like you've been with him for 5 years. He's like, the money, you're not getting no more money. Like you're done. Like you're just. I
Yeah.
had a bad DBL thing in my room the other night. Like,
It's also-
two of them at the same time. Like,
the-
come on.
The part of your brain that
Little s-
deals with sex also deals with like aggression and violence. So maybe it was just one of those where it's like, yo, like it was an empty threat. Maybe he wasn't serious. Or maybe what she's
Okay.
saying is true. Like we don't know.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't want to speak on it too much because I don't want to
Yo.
wish jail
No, he
on
ain't
a
going
man
to
if
no
he's,
jail.
you know what
He's
I'm
not-
saying?
he's not
Especially
gonna
if
get jail
innocent.
for
Like,
this.
Yo, fam, it could be initiation now. It could be her. It could be his time. He's about to blow up. This could be something where it could kind of push him another way because now his name's being said more, right?
like an embarrassment ritual.
Yeah, very much so.
Wow, I didn't even consider
Exactly.
that.
Who is she? We never knew about her really. It's not like she ain't shit. This is her chance now. If he's like, yo, bitch, I'm out.
And
I'm out.
and correction, they were only together for a year, right?
A year?
Yeah.
Okay. So 20.
Not even a whole year. June 2020 to April
Exactly.
2021.
Exactly. And every time she probably came around, she had to flip and sit in the background.
Mhm.
And yo, calm yourself. Shut up. You know what I mean? And then now she wants her limelight. This is her chance.
Possibly.
Especially in the Canadian world. LA girl, Toronto guy,
Okay,
Kendrick
but
Lamar.
my question is
You're reaching,
Pressa,
bro. You're reaching, bro.
Joking, I'm reaching.
is Pressa at that level of stardom where this would be a crazy come up for her? Like, it's not like Bill Cosby.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
Don't go by off of what he's saying because like
It's not.
he's just reaching, bro.
But-
Pressa, her using Pressa as a come up is not a thing. Pressa's respectfully to Pressa, his name is not ringing bells enough that you can use him as a come up. Respectfully,
It
I'll say
could
again.
though, maybe in California. I feel like maybe in Toronto, like I could see a Toronto shorty
A
doing that.
Toronto shorty might more do that, but a California thing, they can go draw for one of the California rappers and try to extort them. Why try to extort the Toronto rapper, bro? Like
Because they're on Drake. They're probably in her head, like, yo, there's things that she's seen. Money, the man in Dubai. Like, come
possibly.
on. Trips are she probably been on a 1-2 trips with him to certain places. And like she got a little bit of paper. Like, she's seen the paper.
You know what? I
We're-
think months ago, maybe almost a year ago, we spoke about. You're like, yo, how come Drake hasn't settled down with a woman yet?
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're in the limelight, you almost should not like date in that sense where this is my girlfriend, we're official, because it just comes with so much like threat. Like maybe he said these things allegedly because maybe she knows so much after dating you for a year that it's like, I don't
Less
know,
than
are
a
you gonna
year.
fam, less than a year, even like if you're with someone for that long, you're spending that much time, she's seen his lifestyle, maybe she knows things that he doesn't want known or whatever. Maybe he's trying to like fix it.
But
through
that's
threats.
that's
I don't
on
know.
him then, because
He's a-
he shouldn't be divulging this much information that he feels that he needs to keep her for somebody he's been with for less than a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, she shouldn't have secrets that can't be exposed if I know you for less than a year.
I don't know, man. Intimate relationships are different, like
Yeah.
So he did share like a vulnerable side of
Look-
him
yeah,
that
look
he
what
doesn't
Kobe-
want revealed.
Look what Coyle Ray did to him the other day. When she's like, oh, man had to chow down on the box. And
Oh, that's an old video.
yeah, that's an old video. But
Yeah.
the fact that it was done. And then after that's what came out. You know what I'm saying? And then now it's getting put out there like that. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There-
I don't really care. But I'm saying like I care for him in a sense because like this can kind of hurt him. But not really, bro. Men go through this with women. Like it's every day now.
Yeah, I gotta say, when it comes to my question about it hurting his career, obviously I don't condone of any DV. I think it's
Mhm,
wrong.
mhm.
Yeah.
But for the drill rapper, because he's a drill rapper, I know he has like a female-friendly image, but he's also the drill rapper that people mention has had a kidnapping in his past and all that. There's other rappers who are out there body slamming chicks, doing all kind of crazy shit like NBA Youngboy, and people don't care. They don't even bat an eye. 8 baby mamas, you know what I'm saying, smacking the shit out of them, and like they don't care.
Well, I think in a weird way, the audience rewards degeneracy in, I don't want to say hip hop, but like, I guess like modern hip hop, or what it is. Like the more degenerate you are, it almost legitimizes you. So maybe it's like, nah, he's really crazy. Like he might do this, he might do that. He did this, did the kidnapping thing, or like the bleach thing, if it's true. Like, you know,
I hear people talking about in their raps, if the chick act up, I'm a smacker. They say it in their own raps. They're not even hiding it.
That's old school though. Like even back in the day, like Biggie would say stuff like that. Like,
so it's not like we've been, not us personally, but hip hop or rappers have been condoning DV, and the audience have been cool with it for years.
It's desensitized, and I don't know if it's a musical thing, if it's like desensitized within certain like socioeconomic environments where it's like it's so common that people aren't like jumping out the woodworks because it happened. It's like found it happens every day. Like
It'd be different if it was an R word.
Yes, much different. Yeah. So he
Like this is an explosion. Like someone's trying to expose the man. Like he's already fighting. This case is old though. I heard. Like it's like he's been fighting it.
Yeah,
right?
because he had that video of him and his lawyer, like I think a month back or 2 months back.
Yes.
With the girl lawyer, the pretty one.
You're right, and I think that's when he beat up the case.
Yeah. And
Right.
then you see
Oh, so
somebody,
it's gone.
and then somebody got mad.
And try to resurface the thing.
Do you know who that is?
I don't know.
Oh my God! If it's
what? It's his friend.
top 5,
You think so?
He's resurfaced it. Remember, it was in the.
How do you know this?
It was in the stories.
5 posted it on his stories.
You know what? I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm just like, sorry. We went into like conversation, right? So
was
I'm not
that
being a chatty patty? But it's like, come on, put it together.
Was it like, yo, who gets the best lawyer for assault or something like that? It was
something along the lines, guys.
I seen that.
And then you know what man did? Man start digging. Man start digging, and now boom, you get this.
The internet started interneting.
But he beat it.
Yeah.
That's why he can say that comment, brother.
Okay, so if he beat it, then like, what is there to say? I thought this was like a pending, ongoing thing.
No, they just started to resurface again, I guess. The way
because
he was declared innocent.
I don't know. I just remember him posting the lawyer. So I don't know if he was. There was no thing saying he was innocent. I beat up the case. I'm trying to go back to see if I can find this.
Because you know what? It was very private, that case, brother.
Nobody knew what it was. Nobody knew why he had his lawyer posted. That's the thing.
And on top of that, he's probably still with the girl.
Who knows? That's another thing.
Those are the best ones.
How many mans go to the bingo hall for a DV and they're back inside the girl's house by the Monday?
It happens all the time.
By the Monday, she's at the courthouse like, crying.
Yo, a whole chick stabbed me and I smashed her after, bro.
Crazy. I'd be moving out. I'd have been moving out.
So I know. It happens.
Got a nick in my arm. Lucky she alive.
You know, I think humans are the only animals that like the different sexes don't fight physically. Like you look at lions and stuff, like they wrestle female lions, male lions, like they'll be biting, like full on fighting, like dogs, full on fighting, cats, full on fighting.
Yeah.
But I feel like maybe it's because the difference in male and female strength is like way more in humans.
Yeah.
That like but
No. I seen women beat up, man.
Yeah, me too.
I've seen women beat up.
So okay,
so maybe it's like an instinct thing. I don't know.
I found some pictures here, right?
Yeah.
It says rate my lawyer 1 to 99. There was nothing saying what happened, what the lawyer was there for, what case, if he beat a case or if he didn't beat a case. We just knew he had a case because he's posting his lawyer and his lawyer was hot. Right? So we had no details at that point. So this is still a new piece of information to the audience of what he was actually going to court for.
And it's a woman lawyer he got for a DV.
Smart move.
That's why he beat it.
But we don't know if he beat it. We just know he posted his lawyer, said, Raider 1 to 99. We don't know any other thing. And we didn't know what the details of why he was even going to court for.
The fact that it was able to remain private this whole time until, I guess, an insider, someone in his camp, brought it to light, and now it's public information.
Now it's public information.
Yeah, fam.
Right? So the lawyer thing was no hint. It was just like, oh, okay, well, or it was a hint, but it wasn't a hint to exactly what. He was just like, yo, I got the best lawyer. And
I didn't think twice about it. I'm like, yo, Pressa needs a lawyer. You doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't like, oh, it's because
And then I
there's
seen
this
that,
accusation.
and I seen that, and then I put the other accusation together. I was like, oh, okay. But it's like every man goes through it. And then
Yeah.
I already put it to the side. I was already like, huh. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
put
yeah.
it to the side in a sense because I was just like, you know what, bro? It's not like the girls on Instagram being like, look at my eye. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how
Yeah.
most of these women would do. Like they're gone right to the internet.
This is super under the radar until now. And I guess you're not helping, but hey, salute to Pressa.
Salute to Pressa.
Hopefully that this case is beat, you know,
Yeah.
maybe jump in the comments or send me a DM. Let me know if the case is over. You know what I'm saying? But staying on cases and cases with relationships and DV. Diddy, the
Wow.
Diddy case has been going on. Okay, we're on day 5.
Yeah.
By the time we're filming this, actually it's going to be day 6 by the time people are watching this because it's Monday. But there's a bunch of different things that have come out in this case. Cassie's taking the stand. One of the escorts have taken the stand. It's been pretty crazy. We're hearing about Diddy rubbing jizz on his nipples from the escorts and all kind of wild stuff.
Hey.
As the Toronto podcast,
Yeah.
there's one thing that stood out to me is that Cassie wanted to go to OVO Fest. He beat the shit out of her for wanting to go to OVO Fest, and then she went anyway, and then she took a bunch of pictures over there at the OVO Fest.
With who?
With Drizzy and the Mandem, right? Now, I played 0 to 100, and I played 4 p.m. in Calabasas in the beginning of this podcast for a reason. Because there's always been an issue going on between Drake and Diddy, right? There's the rumors, or I don't know if it's a rumor.
The beat.
Well, that's part of the reason, right?
Yeah.
But everybody always thought it was the 0 to 100 beat of why Diddy swung on Drake. Here we are. I got.
But what about the beat?
So,
is it sample?
For the people who don't know, like yourself, the 0 to 100 beat was originally Diddy's beat.
Yes.
Okay? Diddy wanted Drake to write him a song on the beat. I don't know exactly the details in between. I forget some of the details, but it never happened. Drake never got back to him with the tune, and then all of a sudden, 0 to 100 came out with Drake rapping on the shit himself.
Yeah,
and like, there's no credit towards Diddy in terms of like a production credit.
It's not Diddy's beat.
Whose beat is it?
It's Boy Wonder, I think. It was somebody's beat. I forget whose beat it is, but it's one. I think it's from the camp. But Diddy was like, "I like this. Write me some bars to this," and Drake never got around to it, but he wrote himself some bars and made a hit.
Yo, write me some bars to your track. It's like, bro, like, this is my track.
No,
it's not.
It wasn't his track yet.
The beat was traveling around.
The beat was moving around.
Around the industry.
That happens, though. That's a part of the game.
Right?
No. The beat moving around is part of the game. But yo, you agree to write me some shit on the beat, and then it becomes a whole song with just you and you forgot about me. Like,
I'm gonna slap you
when I see you, bro.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
And this is the story that everybody's been running with forever. It's the beat. This is why Diddy swung on him. It's the beat. I don't think it's the beat. I think it's the beat. Him putting the beat, beating Cassie's pum pum.
You think Drake didn't hit that?
I don't know if he hit it, but the insinuation is that like, yo, why are you going over there to go see mans, bro? You're leaving to go to Toronto. Bam, slaps her, and then she still goes. Yo, bro. There's something on the other side of that border, bro.
So you think she did all that just to smash Drake?
Never smashed Drake.
I'm not putting no bodies on Drake. I'm not saying that she smashed Drake.
Drake never smashed that.
But I'm saying maybe she wanted to, or maybe she wanted to be next to the man them so bad that she's willing to take the beat down and then still go.
Or like in spite of Diddy, like, I know this is your enemy. Yes. I'm going to pull up on him.
Yes. And in the lyrics to 4 p.m. in Calabasas, he's talking about how you're hitting me about your bitch or something or whatever. Like, yo, like, he talks about Diddy in the song. He's dissing Diddy in the song, besides using the beat, like the Can't Hold Me Down style beat. And he says, can nobody that whole song is a Diddy diss. But it's not only a Diddy diss because it's like, oh yeah, I took the beat from 0 to 100. It's like you're calling my phone down. He mentions in the song, looking for your chick.
Freaky boy.
Why are you calling my phone?
Oh, yeah. You made me think now.
Right? When you calling my phone, asking where my bitch at.
Yeah.
Right? That's Diddy calling him, yo, where is she? Where is she? While she's over at the OVO Fest with the man, with the A.W.O.L boys.
Maybe someone in the camp got there.
Maybe. And listen, again, salute to Drizzy. I ain't putting no bodies on you, but there's a possibility because Drake's the ladies' man that everybody's always worried about smashing your girl.
Yeah,
he could have hit too.
But she's a bone rack. He doesn't like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but fam, it's politics. It's almost like
you have to do
I'm gonna
this.
smash this for like the repercussions because like I hate Diddy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but
You know?
you might not because you don't want like she's such a bone rack and she's shaped like a boy. What's gonna really make you do that? The most I'm gonna do is have your bitch around me. I ain't hitting that.
Bro,
You get some wazzles.
you're
I got a
basing it.
wazzle.
That's what I'm saying. Just
I'll
get a
get a
wash,
wazzle.
from Cassie. That would
I'll
hurt
get a-
more.
Yeah,
That would hurt Diddy more. You know what I'm saying?
I'll get a real jiggity and
Quick-
keep it moving.
Quick
Yeah.
jiggity, quick jiggity.
Get a quick jiggity.
But you're also going based on what we usually see him like. We're
Yeah,
we're
right?
speaking for the man's bodies.
We're
Like,
assuming, yeah.
The girls are
It's Drake. Of course he smashed. It's Drake.
no, but we're saying
girls. He likes girls with big bums.
we're
BBWs.
assuming that because we see him with
But then
all of the
Yeah,
big-
but he's
but that we're just saying, yo, we're men, bro. A lot of us have our preference, but doesn't mean that we're not gonna smash outside the preference.
Yeah.
yeah, but dog, when you do that, sometimes you figure out like that was a waste of goddamn time.
Like I like Tick Gal, but it's like it's not like
You
if
went,
a pretty skinny one's gonna pop up, I'm gonna be like, you're too skinny for me. No, you're getting knocked down.
I think
You're like, ew.
Yeah. You know, like
you're a bone
that-
rack.
you as men, we know that's not
Yeah.
how it works,
Nah,
fam.
but,
Especially
you know.
like Cassie, she's a baddie, fam. So it's not if she's like a little skinny, mid-looking chick. Like she's beautiful. So it's like, all right. And it might, and what Zara said, it might not even be a preference thing. It might be like, yo, I smashed your bitch.
But okay, you know what it is too with the insiders like that. You know, like in the industry, sometimes like, yeah, to us that girl's like bad
Mm,
on TV, but to the mandem in the industry,
yeah.
that gets passed around. That's giving lap dances at the parties. That's like giving wazzles to all the mandem.
Even
at the
worse.
studio sessions.
Even worse, if
Jeez.
you know that Drake doesn't even want to smash your girl, he might just say, yo, man, them, what y'all want to do with that? I heard she be in Free Cops. I'd be at home punching the sky if I'm Diddy. I'd be like, yo, bro, she's in Toronto, bro. She's on a whole other country,
And she's into free cops.
right?
She's getting beat in her mouth.
She might be in a Canadian Free Cop, you know?
Man, that's a battery.
Yes, she might be in a battery, right? The Canadian Freak Off, the battery, right?
Them battery, they're thing,
So if I'm
Canadian
Diddy,
freak off is crazy.
Holy.
that might be the
Canadian Freak
title.
Canadian Freak Off is a battery.
The Canadian
Don't
Freak
put
Off.
Canadian freak off as a title and us three on the thumbnail.
Do not do that. Do not.
You gotta throw
Do
like
not.
4 girls in the thumbnail.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't do that.
But I'm just saying, like, if I'm Diddy at home, I told you I don't want you going there
Yeah.
to the point where I put hands on you and then you still go, I'm at home stewing, bro.
Okay. Now you're at home stewing because now I'm gonna put you in Diddy's shoes for like 2 seconds.
Please don't, but go ahead.
I got to, man. I got to.
I don't want to wear those gel slippers, but go ahead.
I'll put you in the loafers for now.
Yeah.
All right. He's more thinking like, dog, this girl has seen me rub semen on my nipples. Done some freaky ass shit. That's the swinging in the air. You scared to bring her around anybody else now because we got some secrets.
Yes, and if the man them get to extract some of those secrets, guess what raps they're gonna end up in?
Man, my raps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You swung on me and embarrassed me. Now I got your girl over here on the other side of the border.
And she told me what you like to do.
Yes.
She telling me your secrets.
It's on like Donkey Kong after that.
Yes. Now I know this is not the most important part of the case because like there's a
No,
whole
it's
bunch of other things going on. But
Yeah.
for us as the Toronto mans, I'm looking at this like, yo, what problem you got with Drake, bro? One of our Toronto guys.
Yeah.
This problem has never been resolved.
I feel like 85% of Toronto celebrity issues end up being around women. Like, especially in Hollywood or the music industry, like it's always like The Weeknd, Justin Bieber. It's always like female related. Like, I guess, you know,
It's not just a Toronto thing. It's just
In
a
general?
celebrity in general thing.
They all share shit.
Tristan
Yeah.
Thompson had his
Shoots.
controversy with Chloe cheating, whatever.
Yeah,
Drake has
yeah.
his controversies. Tory with the dating and stuff.
Tory's in jail
Weeknd,
for this shit.
Biebs. Like, I'm telling you, like, I don't know what it is. Like, maybe we just have a different riz than Americans. I don't know.
I
For like
don't
American
know,
women.
man. But American guys are in the same issues. It's just that we're keeping track of our Canadian people. They're in the same shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's people who are gone to jail for a bunch of different DBs and R words and all the stuff.
But like, for the amount of representation we have over there and like the percentage, it's just like we have a higher percentage.
Just for the little ones that we do have, they're all
of
in
them.
some shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, obviously in America, there's
Yeah.
rappers, and obviously some of them have those issues, but like, it seems like a big Toronto thing.
Toronto man,
We're just
women
gallus,
problems,
like,
bro.
yeah, I mean-
I don't know if we're gallus. We are, but we're toxic gallus, bro. Because all of these issues are coming from some level of toxicity. You know what I'm saying? But like,
To an extent.
But wasn't Drake around Diddy in his early stages?
yes.
That's where it comes from.
What the beef that they have?
The early stages of like it leading to him, Cassie going to the OVO fest, and what are you doing around those guys? Like, there's secrets out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
I was
just
just
wouldn't
looking
feel
really-
comfortable knowing that I did all those wild things and you're going around men that have that much power. If I'm Diddy, I'm not saying Diddy's right. He's still an asshole. But just knowing what I know about what we did, and now you're going around this guy.
I think, but it's not about what like he did. I think it's what she does, where he's in his head like, yo, dog, her guap 3,000. If someone gets that and she doesn't tell me,
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying?
They're
Because
keeping her.
Right?
The head's that good, they're keeping her.
he's wondering where that bitch at. She ain't been home for 5 days.
That's what Drake said in the song. Take that. Hollering that on my phone like where my bitch at.
But I think it does have to do with the secrets, because it would explain why Diddy always wants a lot of control over Cassie and to have her on a tight leash, because she knows too much. It's like she could be pillow talking with a next dude and exposing the nipple thing, or like even
That's what I'm
darker
saying.
things. You know what I'm saying?
Like, but it's just like that's why a lot of men psychologically, when they first start getting with a girl, it's puppy love.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you could have beat the thing in the first night. Now a year goes by, you're still with this girl, right?
Yeah.
Then things start getting bumpy. Now you start remembering how you roped her. She's out. The same way you roped her so easily, you're gonna feel an next man did.
Is this what's the saying go? The same way you got her, the same way you lose her.
You got her in a freak off, you're gonna lose her in a freak off.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she's a double agent, anyways, because at the same time she was his artist,
Mm-hmm.
girlfriend, and worker.
Yeah. Can we talk about this case just before we get off of Diddy? Pause. No Diddy for a second.
Yeah.
Because we are in day 5 or day 6 at this point, but.
Yeah.
I don't know who else they have on the stand at this point, but with Cassie and all of the cross-examination that's happened with her.
Yeah.
Is she innocent in this whole thing?
She's a liar. And that's why her husband ran out the room.
Come on, bro. He was hearing some wild
Exactly.
shit.
You've never told the man this? You guys have all this money, and you've never once said, hey, babe, you know what? Some things are going to come out at this case. You're going to be there.
Yeah.
I've been urinated on. He made me do, like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What made him now run out the room? That means right there, I'm gonna, as a defense lawyer for Diddy, I'm gonna be like, bam, we got them. She's never told him all these things. Now let's try to play it where she looks like, yo, she's the super freak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't even think the lawyers might have to play it that way. Like,
because she's a super freak.
I think she might have been, because like I just don't like certain things, man. Like, I'm not trying to victim blame anything.
No.
But I don't like she was with Ryan Leslie.
Exactly.
Left him for Diddy.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
She was supposed to be Ryan Leslie's project when she
Trust
first
me.
came out. Left him for Diddy. She went to other people while she was with Diddy.
Yep.
Cuddy.
Yep.
Kid Cudi,
Yep.
different people like that.
Mhm.
But Diddy got her. The thing that irks me the most is that Diddy got her a trainer and that's the guy that she has 3 kids or
You see
2
them
kids
kids?
with right now. So like, that doesn't sit well with me. Like, how is it that I basically I paid for my replacement?
Thank you.
But yo, these guys are like billionaire cucks, bro. Like he
You could
might have
be-
liked that. He might have been
Nah,
into that.
Nah,
he
he
had
wasn't.
the escorts for that.
Yes.
Those are for the FOs.
Yeah.
Okay. I got my trainer to keep this girl in shape. And now you're shaping her up and taking her away from me, fam.
Why would you get her a male trainer? Get her a female
Because
trainer.
that guy was known in that world, but he was also known for kind of like taking men's women.
Yeah.
Supposedly, this trainer.
Right? So like, he could walk out the courtroom all you want. You went and took the man's girl, took the girl from Diddy.
Yeah.
You get what you take, bro.
Yeah.
You took her from Diddy. You're taking somebody who got pissed on,
Yeah,
all this
yeah.
shit, right? You could
Good.
have her, bro. Take her then.
Wait, that's her current husband?
Yes.
He's
Yes.
the trainer?
Yes. The same guy that Diddy
Walked out
got
the
for her,
room,
bro.
Shared all the fuckery. It was like, yo,
It'd be one
I'm
thing
like,
if it
oh,
was
of
some
course he's
random
white.
trainer.
white
I'm
cock.
like, why does he have to be white?
No, but if it was some random trainer, fine. No, it's the trainer that I paid for you to
Yeah.
have, and now he's your man?
This seems like a setup.
I'm not saying that Diddy's a saint. Diddy's a piece of shit. But
What?
she ain't no better.
But they're freaks. This is a freak show case.
Yes.
It's not nothing else but a freak show. Everybody, they should have just wrote a book. They just exposing all their shenanigans in the bedroom. That's all this sounds like, brother.
Yeah. And they're trying to paint it like
Okay.
he victimized me. I was like, I think
No.
you guys are both in it together.
No, demonically, they were both on drugs. And when you're on drugs, you start thinking some freaky ass shit. And that's what the hell started happening.
Yeah.
You walk into a hotel room, this nigga got a blow up pool with baby oil on it. What you damn well think? What the hell you think this slip and slide's gonna like? You know what I'm saying? You must have seen it somewhere. She liked it,
Well, she went with the escort a few times on her own without Diddy.
and the man got mad because he kept peeing on her. He peed on her too much.
Mhm.
It's like, bro, I said only do that when I'm there, bro. You
dog.
can't just be pissing on her left, right, and
But
center.
now she liked it. She liked it.
Now, I like it. Pause. Diddy, if I'm Diddy, I like it. You can only do it when I'm
I am
there.
around.
I think that is the big part of his control aspect. It's like, I have to be there and you can do whatever. But the moment you do that stuff with Drake or with this escort or whatever, now you're like
Okay.
It's his
disrespecting him.
girlfriend.
Yeah, but it's a super freak girlfriend.
They're in an open
That's
relationship.
not- that's not his girl. Oh, bro.
That's
She
his
loved
sex
him.
slave.
She loved him. She loved him.
Yeah,
I
she
don't
got
know
she
if he
got
loved
jealous
her.
when he was starting to deal with other gal.
And he breeded something.
Yes.
She wasn't worthy enough to breed. Get peed on. God only knows.
Yes.
What else?
This guy has to have some crazy diseases.
Who?
He has
Diddy.
herpes. They all have herpes.
This is
Okay.
what she's saying. That she
I'm
had
more
sores
crazy
on the
than that,
inside of
but-
her mouth and stuff like that.
Shit.
From the remember, they're saying some of these freak offs were like days long. It wasn't like a few couple of hours. They'd be going for like 3 days.
That's disgusting. That is disgusting. Everybody breath smelling, ass smelling. Everybody, this is goddamn nasty.
The house is disgusting.
I would have been like, God damn it. After 2 hours, I'd have been like, God damn it, I'm out of here. I gotta go home and scrub my nuts.
Yeah.
Listen,
How many honey packs do you need to
Yeah.
go for 4 days?
I don't
It's not
know,
even the
bro.
honey packs. You're on ecstasy. You're going crazy.
Doing everything.
You're on
bro.
Molly. Wait, what that shit he called? What that shit he called? The pink stuff, the Tootsie.
Tuesday, yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah, the pink
He
coat.
doing the Tuesday slide. He doing the Tuesday slides. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In his,
No,
in his naked.
he's spoken about it on camera. Like he'd like to go through tantric sex for multiple days and stuff like that. It's like, bro, I'll go on,
But bro, no, okay. But you see what I'm saying?
Tantric.
Go do your tantric sex. Your business, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's become the world's business. Are we still now we're looking at him and are we really like, where are the cases of him taking people's kids? Where's the cases now?
Well, the kid stuff, I don't know if he's in there for that. It's a racketeering, RICO type of extortion.
Where is it?
Right?
Where is it? No. All I'm seeing is him being exposed for being a super freak.
The trafficking. That's trafficking.
A super freak. Again,
Yes, but they
Oh.
could still.
I'm a super freak. I need all my bitches with me. Or else I'm going to be jerking off in the airplane.
Yes,
Like,
but it's
I
still
want my
illegal.
shit.
It's still illegal.
It is.
What, transporting across state lines for the
Yes.
purpose of sex?
Yes.
The freakiness, that's not illegal. And I see a lot of people saying, like, why is he on trial for being freaky? But once you pay for prostitution, that's illegal, right?
In some states.
In some states. But then now if you take that person and you bring them across state lines, that's even more illegal.
Yeah, that's trafficking.
Right? So if you want to get into the technicalities of what he's there for,
Yeah.
they still might be able to get him but he didn't directly pay for them based off of Cassie's testimony so far. This is just week 1. There's going to be like 8 weeks.
Because that means she's involved because a couple times she went and checked one on her own
Yes,
time, bro.
but this is just the Cassie incident where like maybe he's giving her the money to pay. We still don't have everybody else's testimony. We don't know if there's going to be somebody who said, I directly received money from Diddy. And if there's one person who says that, sayonara.
Okay, wait, I have a question. Okay, so say I'm in America and like I'm talking to a girl.
Yeah.
Lives in Texas. I live in New York.
Right.
So if I want to fly her out to hang out and we're gonna bang, that's illegal?
No.
But what if I'm giving her money as gifts and we happen to bang? Like, I feel like it's like a gray area between like a gift exchange and like solicitation for sex. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
It would only happen like if you never talk to her again, and now you blow up, and now she's like, that guy, he ard me, or that guy bought my nana, and all the time, and I have receipts. You know, he flew me here. So the objective is you gotta make them pay for their own flight, right? You get your ass here.
But what if you send them the money for them to buy their own
still
flight?
Trafficked you here.
I sent you money.
They sent. Now I have.
You're
the
not allowed
receipt.
to send people money?
Yeah, but what was the money for?
If
To
you're in
hang
a
out.
relationship, no, that's the thing. It's the gray line between, is this a relationship or are you paying for my services?
Exactly.
Right? So it's like, are we just cool and you just flew me out because we're cool? That's one thing.
Yeah, you're my friend.
Right? But if this girl is also an S worker,
You're done.
she can flip it and be like, yeah, we were cool, but no, actually, no, he paid for my services.
Okay, but what if she's an S worker that you're friends with? Right? You guys are cool. You guys just don't only talk about sex. Like you guys talk.
Yeah.
And then you want to take her out to dinner and maybe give her a little gift. And she wants to bang you.
Right?
You paid. You just paid.
You
So
didn't
that
pay.
is still...
You didn't pay. You're just doing regular dating shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
Until she decided that she paid.
Yeah.
Right? She
Wow.
can switch it anytime she
that's
wants.
what I
She'd be
meant
like, he
by-
bought me a steak dinner. She could even count that as payment, could she?
She can be like, yeah, that's he paid for my pussy through steak.
Yeah. And that day,
Through
like,
steak.
and then what she could do is have a photo with you. Now she has a photo with you
Yeah.
at this dinner at Ruth's, and there you go.
Yeah. He knew ahead of time that I am an S worker, and he paid for all these things because he knew the end result was gonna be us having S.
So
Right?
how come all these like sugar babies aren't doing that with sugar daddies? Like, isn't that the same thing?
Well, they're not suing them. They're just they're milking them for their money. Like
For the
until
You'll settle.
you don't want to give me no money anymore. And this is why
Now you are.
some of these girls sue.
Yeah.
It's like we were doing well, shining sharp. We were doing well until we aren't. Now I want my money.
Now you ard me.
Yeah, but he sent her picture of money. Like he sent her picture of cash because she wanted him to send him cash. She's like, I'm not doing that. I'll give you cash. Like,
Yeah.
I
So
don't know.
I don't know, man.
I want to take a quick break from this episode to give a big shout out to Only Loud, Canada's one-stop shop for your favorite legacy brands and all things loud. Only Loud provides mail order delivery nationwide and same-day delivery to those in the Ottawa area. Check them out at onlyloud.ca or follow them on their socials, Instagram at onlyloudcanada or on Snapchat onlyloud.ca for more exclusive content. Only Loud is not just a product, it's a lifestyle. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer.
Okay.
Back.
All right. So I got some more news stories here for us. It's a little mixy.
Sound like beautiful music.
Sav4X. Sav4X, there's a video that's floating around. Pass me those shades right over there, Dusty. Thank you. There's a video that's floating around on these Instagram streets of Sav4, or what appears to look like a guy that looks like Sav4X letting off the ting. All right, and I'll show y'all the video. Oh, post not available. Look at these fuckers. The internet strikes again. Let's go to the Reddit. Let's go to the Reddit because you know the Reddit got it. Let's see if we can find it on Reddit. And I'm going to start off by saying, before we even play the video, I don't believe that that's Sav in the video, man. He actually jumped in the comments of that same thing that that got deleted, saying with laughing emojis. Okay, so let's see what you can find here.
Nah, it's gone. It's scrubbed.
You
It's
could probably
not,
see it on Twitter.
it's not scrubbed. Wow. Anyhow, I'll cut it into the video from YouTube here. What are y'all thoughts on that, on the internet posting these types of videos? Because like, I don't think it's him, but like posting that type of shit it's kind of wild, bro. It's hot.
It is hot. We don't know whether or not these guys are going through legal cases right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Where all information is valuable to the crown. So I'm not sure. I really don't know too much about the situation. All I saw were the videos that were taken out of context. Like I saw this one.
That ain't him.
Like that's just like a random fat dude with a mask.
Yeah. Isn't even here in Toronto?
We don't know. You got to look at the license plate.
Those plates are covered though.
But it almost could be an Ontario one based on the color.
Yeah.
The blue.
But I don't
a
know.
lot of places look like that, man. Like,
yeah.
The internet's a wild place for even creating this video. This is why I wanted to do this segment here, because it's like, bro, one, a guy in a balaclava who's a bit overweight, and you're gonna be like, that's Sav. I'd be like, bro, who's posting this? Who owns this page? You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm glad I guess they took it down. But I'd be like, yo, who's making these posts, fam?
Well, this is obviously surveillance footage from one of the stores in the area or a home. Yeah, a gas station, something, right? So how did it go from their security footage to the internet?
That's a good question.
And I don't feel like the owner of the Circle K or Esso whatever is gonna like care to do that.
Yeah.
So
yo,
unless
Six Trench, check this out.
yeah, like they don't care. But if they gave that information off to someone and someone's like, yo, I swear this is Sav 4X.
No, they gave that to the Boydom, and the Boydom are playing with this youth. If that's the case,
If that the Boydom definitely
Some
would
little
know who he
weird
is.
Police
Yeah.
shoot, bro. It's probably some little weird police shoot. Just got in. Just knows what's going on the streets a little bit. Just fucking with him, bro.
Think so?
Yeah.
I don't, but like, bro, like we're gonna sit here and think that the 7-Eleven clerk gave it to some random
Blocker.
youth and said, yeah. Here's some footage of the guy shooting.
It could be, but yo,
That's
there
right
there are.
your 7-Eleven.
Yo, what if you're like a random guy working at like 7-Eleven and you have this surveillance video and you're like, I'll sell it to someone. I'll sell it to a blog page because I know who this is. But at the end of the day, it's all speculative. And I personally don't think that's him. Like this could be anywhere. But it definitely adds to his narrative and his aura, because like now you're validated because all the things that you were saying in your raps, if this is you, you're surdy now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Can we maybe massage this theory?
Yes.
He knows that it's not him, right? He knows if you go do a deep dive into this video, it's not gonna result about him being him. Knowing that, to add to my lure, let me be the one to put this video into the internet. Maybe I didn't post it on my own page. And I'm just saying, just as a speculation. Let me put this onto the blog pages. People are like, yo, Sav 4X is out here going crazy. It's obviously not him, but like you said, it adds to the lure.
It does.
If I'm on the team, I might put that out myself.
What
Bro.
did Sav say in the comments though? Was he
Just put a laughing emoji. He didn't put a cap emoji.
Because you know what? He's sitting at home like, holy smokes. All you can do is laugh, bro.
Yeah.
People have time to do this.
Yeah.
Let alone like, what am I going? Did that guy even hit anything? Like God only knows what that guy hit.
I think he was aiming at the car right here.
Okay.
He hit a lot.
And then after he started shooting the next one. Let me see. Go again.
No, he was pointing.
Like, yeah, everybody get the fuck back in.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel him.
He's directing the traffic, bro.
Yo, bro, you see the stance right there? You see the stance? Ooh, you got business.
Yeah, he looks experienced, man.
But that
Good
almost
form.
Whoa. That almost looks like a female body.
I was just saying, I was
Yo,
just
don't
thinking
do
that, but I'm like, I don't know, it sounds weird.
This is sad. But that's like,
The stance.
yeah, like a fat kind of girl that knows how to move, fam.
Doing the cross-legged thing
Look.
to make themselves look thinner a bit. You know when girls do that in the pictures, they cross their legs to make them look thinner.
Yeah, but that, like, look how they're moving. Can you please replay this?
Hold on, give me a second. I need to convert this and download this video before it disappears off of the face of the earth. Let me download this quick fast.
But I think for Sav, it is a win-win in a sense because all your haters want to say you're a created player, you're not about that life.
That's even worse, bro.
So, but either you're innocent of this, either you're innocent of this is not you, and like your life doesn't change, or people think it's you and it's real, and now your aura is increased. The only negative aspect is whether law enforcement wants to get involved after.
I don't even think that's a dude jumping out of that car. I'm being real.
You don't think so?
No, bro. Just by the body. Real, like, you know, that looks like a tall, big chick that hangs out with all the man them, bro. She went and did a drill, bro. She meant business. She's really getting.
She was like a power forward on the high school basketball team.
Yes.
Yeah, I know those ones, like a Zach Randolph type.
Yeah, fam.
Yeah.
That was built different, fam.
Y'all ain't right, man. For Sav. But it's not Sav in the video.
It's
but
not him, bro.
The Sav look like
him.
you're saying it looks like built like a chick is crazy.
Nah,
What you see, that's the thing. And that's the thing. I'm not saying it. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't feel like it's a dude.
Yo, you know, also, like, why is the hoodie so high?
I'm telling you, that's a girl, bro.
It's like a crop top.
Wait, go to the beginning of the video.
That's a girl, bro. That's why he's laughing in the comments, bro. He's like, "Oh, man, some can't even realize that's a girl shooting the place up."
So the girls are drilling like that?
Yes. Look. Even the way her knees were knocking, the thighs were knocking.
Oh, Lord Jesus Christ.
Comment down below if you think this is a man or a woman.
Oh, man. Listen, salute to Sav 4X, okay?
Yeah, I don't think it's him,
It's
personally.
not him, bro.
I just wanted to make sure that those bodies are not put on you, brother. All right? Salute to you, man.
And he's killing it. He actually is.
Hey, that word.
Hey, well, yeah. Bad choice of words.
musically.
Real bad choice.
Have you heard that song, G23, and it sound like beautiful music?
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah. No, salute to Sav, man. Getting back to more court cases, man. Tory Lanez. But there's a specific about this Tory Lanez now. Tory Lanez DM Jason Lee saying that Shorty did the shooting there. What's her name?
Wow.
Kelsey.
Like a while back?
Yes. So I'll play it. This is courtesy of Kev Talks.
Mm-hmm.
Exact days, but I know I'll be home this year. I said, how long you been gone? I'm so confused by your case. He said, actually, I have a crazy plan when I get back that I think you should know and be a part of because I'm only going to do one interview. And he said he's been gone 2.5 years. I said, I want to be a part of that plan. He said, it's honestly a bunch of suppressed evidence that was kept away from me during trial. I said, Wack told me that, but didn't say what. He said, like, through trial, they keep saying it was inconclusive on the gun DNA, but I always knew I never touched the gun, so I asked my lawyer to retest it, and sure enough, I was 102% excluded completely from everything, just like I said. I said, well, why didn't you just say who did it? Fuck doing time for something you ain't do. He said, I took the rap for Kelsey, never wanted her to go to jail, and I never wanted Megan to get hurt or anything. So in me stopping her from getting shot, I got the raw deal. Crazy how life works. And to think they made me the poster boy for the unprotection of black women, when in all honesty, I protected 2 black women, one from getting shot and one from going to jail. Never said nothing in 8 to 10 years for them to live. It's a crazy, crazy place we live in. I said, but why you ain't just say that? Nigga, when I got shot, I told. And he said, I lost my mother at 11 years old. I couldn't sleep with myself. I was the reason for taking a mother away from her kid. I just couldn't do it.
Wow.
He's better than me.
So this is courtesy of Jason Lee on his podcast. And he said that, yeah, the man is trying to hold it down. He didn't want to see another mother get taken away from her kids.
I respect that.
I respect that, bro, but boy, you gotta do a lot of, you have to do a whole lot of explaining, right? But God has the wheel for him in this case.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see it too.
Trust me, bro. This justice is gonna feel sweeter when it comes out, bro. Because now that I see what's going down, I'm like, yeah, see? Remember that time when we play back some tapes.
Yeah.
Remember that time I said somebody jumped out that bush and shot her? It wasn't him. And it looked like I was reaching them times.
Yeah, but they're saying now, like even with the bodyguard that overheard Kelsey talking about the shooting during the trial and all that, that I understand. That sounds great. Like, okay, but it's still hearsay. Even the thing with Jason Lee here, we need the proof, man.
The DNA evidence is the most conclusive aspect of this, where they tested to see if his DNA was on the gun and it wasn't.
Yeah, and even this message, this message between him and Tory Lanez, Jason Lee and Tory Lanez, provide the message, provide the receipt so that people can see this.
Yeah, I know what you mean, like screenshots.
Give me the screenshots.
Yeah, but even screenshots can be fabricated.
That too.
I can change my homie's name to Tory Lanez and have a whole conversation.
Yep.
So I think this is authentic. I think this is somewhat credible. I don't see why Jason Lee would need to have a bias. Like, it seems like if he felt like Meg Thee Stallion really got shot, he would take Meg's side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what type of former loyalties he has to Tory Lanez or whatever, but it seems like he would be like a neutral party in that sense, where he's not so pro Meg, but he's not so pro Tory. He's just listening to the facts.
Yeah, yeah. He has had his share of issues with Meg because of the fact that she doesn't do a lot of like black media. So he has sent a couple of shots at Meg Thee Stallion in the past. We have to be very careful on who we're getting the messages from, even though like we're pro Tory over here. But when it comes to being objective, who is saying the message? Is it somebody who's on record being very pro Tory, or is it somebody who's just objective? I'd rather hear it from somebody who's completely objective than even like us, who might be like more pro Tory than the next person.
Yeah,
I agree. And I'm trying to think now, what celebrities were on Meg Thee Stallion's side? Because I heard a lot of celebrities who were on Tory's side.
No, the whole industry was against Tory at one point.
Yes.
At the very beginning?
At the beginning.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of like names where they were like bashing Tory.
I think Rick Ross was.
Really?
Ross, Maul from the Rory and Maul podcast.
Yeah, bro.
A lot of people were shitting on him. I think Joe Budden might have been not said like F Tory, but he was like, a lot of people were not riding with him. You know what I'm saying? But as time went on, it kind of loosened up.
Told you, bro.
Truth comes to light. More information is exposed.
Yeah.
His relationship with Chris Brown is a lot. You know what I mean? That can run into play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look what Chris Brown's going through right now again. You know what I
In
mean?
Europe, right?
Yeah, he's going through some wild shit.
Yeah.
Didn't he bottle someone?
A woman?
Oh, he bottled a woman?
Yeah, and even with the Drake support, Drake is, no matter how much people might look at Drake as like a polarizing figure now, his image is the pro-female, a lot of women audience kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? The ladies' man. So for him to be like outwardly supporting Tory Lanez, it says something to me. You know what I'm saying? You're not worrying about your image getting tarnished for supporting somebody who allegedly shot a woman. You know what I'm saying? If you're willing to support him, it's because you believe he didn't shoot her.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're justice. You're looking for justice at that point. Justice for Tory.
Yeah, because your investors would look and be like, yo, dude, he shot a woman. You might not want to outwardly support this man because it's going to tarnish your image. So when all these other people who actually have their own things to lose are like, free Tory, I got to look at it and be like, maybe it's a free Tory thing.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? At first, when everybody was like kind of scared, it was one thing, but like Gillian Wallow, they brought him on the show. They were very supportive of him on the show, even though they were trying to be neutral. They were supporting him. You know what I'm saying? So they're not worried about their reputation.
Nah, can't be, because you gotta like when something's not true, it's not true, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like none of these people are worried about their reputations for a reason.
Because there's certain things that are like kind of playing out.
Yeah.
To look like, yo, this guy was set up.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, it's pretty clear. Like, it's almost very like clear cut how and why they would have set him up. Plus, like the things Tory Lanez stands for in general, his principles and stuff are respectable. So I feel like they were already rocking with him on that type of vibe. And now they see this and they're like, bro, they're just trying to tear you down, bro. You're a good guy, bro. I can tell.
I've been around you.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
He is more relatable now more than Drake. to me.
Mm.
And he's gonna be really more relatable to a lot of black men and women too,
Yeah.
right? In certain ways. I'm gonna give you guys this. I'm not reaching. If he gets out of this, in the next year or so, tomorrow morning, he on his Tupac shit.
Yeah,
Mm.
he'll be definitely way more popping than he was before,
And he's on his
and he was
Tupac.
already popping.
And Tupac went through this
Yeah,
with the R word and you know what I mean, certain things, and then you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
getting shot, but it's like reversed. He's going through it where someone got shot,
But he also got stabbed a bunch of
now got
times.
stabbed a bunch
14
of times.
times.
And
Yeah.
they're raising money for the guy who stabbed him, like all the Meg Thee Stallion fans.
Don't worry about Meg Thee
I
Stallion
don't know
fans.
about how true that is, man. Sometimes it sounds plausible as far as like, that would be a thing, but like that's so plausible that it sounds crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like
No.
she's not supporting that. I don't think she's supporting
Nah,
that.
probably
you know
not.
What? You know what? I don't even trust her. She's probably the one with the bag supporting it. I feel. I think her thing right now is like, oh my God, the world is about to find out I'm a lying piece of shit.
Mm.
Okay? And your friend got some, whatever that thing is where she can never be charged again.
Oh yeah, the what you call anonymity or
Anonymity, right?
I
So it's like, yo, come
yeah.
on, dude. Like right now, this guy gets out tomorrow morning, bro. Megan Thee Stallion is done. Okay?
Mhm.
She's kind of already.
She's
done.
already done. But like, done.
Yeah.
Don't like, you know what I mean? If she drinks herself into a stupor and flipping falls out, nobody would care.
Yeah.
It'd be one of those ones, bro. She should actually be locked up.
Well, that's the thing. Before we get off this topic, if Tory Lanez is found innocent,
Yeah.
who needs to go away?
Her
Meg.
and the lawyers.
But what about Kelsey? If it's
What about
Kelsey,
Jay-Z?
Kelsey as well for doing. Technically, she broke a law.
she did the act.
Yeah.
If it's not Tory, then it has to be Kelsey because she didn't suit herself.
Mhm.
So then
Yeah, but
she's gonna have to go away. But then I hear what you're saying about Meg. Like you conspired to put somebody else away. You should do something. You should have some kind of repercussions for that.
100%.
And if Jay-Z, like you said, also is the whole one who orchestrated the whole thing, then
no,
Rico.
It's just this.
Yeah.
It's just this. It's such a coincidence that Jay-Z owns these jails. You know what I'm saying?
He does?
He has like stocks in the jails. He has some type of ownership into jail, just like Michael Jordan, right? It's like they know what they're doing when it comes to that. So like him being in the system and him being able to like look how easy his charges were thrown out.
yeah,
Jay-Z.
that's
Diddy
like almost
is-
like they never happened.
That never happened, bro. Diddy is scratching for his life right now.
Scrambling and scraping.
Yeah. Because scrambling and scraping. Holy shit. That is
Feel like I'm on
wild.
Drink Champs.
That is wild, dog.
I like when he's scrambling and
Scrambling,
scraping shit.
Oh.
He's like, what? Pause. Like,
Pause, daddy.
No, but I hear you though.
Pause,
Pause, daddy.
Pause, daddy.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
How come we never party though?
Yo, how come- I love when you yeah, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, no, you're right though. Like Jay-Z has a lot more power to in this whole situation. But listen, man, it's still to be determined. He still has his appeal that hasn't happened yet, his appeal court. So we'll see, man. Like, I gotta be honest with you guys, though, man. I don't want to be a
I
pessimist.
know what you're gonna say.
I don't think he's gonna get an appeal, bro.
No, I think he's getting out. I think the public outrage is slowly growing
No.
exponentially.
Mm.
And I think eventually it's gonna force their hand to let him go because he's
Yeah.
innocent.
And the petition does have mad signatures right now, over 110,000 signatures or something like that.
Yeah,
So-
bro.
Drake posted it.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it
Wow.
probably has 1 million by now. You never know. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But salute to Tory Lanez, man. Hold your head. Get well soon because he's recovering from those the stab wounds and stuff too right now.
Oh,
So he's got a lot on his plate, man.
damn, man.
Keeping it back more local.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So
You recording on here?
yeah. Recording. Okay. let's get back into it. We got some breaking news. We had a little overheating in the camera here. Before we get to this KSlime and KSBandz thing here, we got to get to this breaking news here. I'm going to go on to Straight Out the Six, and I guess you said it was posted on Keep Six Solid as well.
It was originally posted on Keep Six Solid, and then he had the caption, "I'll keep you guys updated when I get more information." And it's a video of Top 5 in handcuffs being walked by 2 York Regional police officers.
So here we go here. So yeah, they're arresting him, and this is 20 minutes right now since this has been posted. Jesus Christ, what's going on out here, man? He just got back from Spain from the trip there with Ye. There was just a picture of him posted with the boy. What's happening, man?
Do you think this could be more so a calculated effort to just inconvenience him with a bunch of charges that maybe he'll eventually get off on?
Well, keep in mind, he also has the additional gun charge that he just got the other day. Remember, he was charged for a firearm inside of the unit or something that he was in.
In Markham?
Yes.
What it is? Was it his?
Well, that's the thing. That's still pending, right?
I mean, he was able to leave the country, so clearly, like...
But he has an ankle bracelet on.
Even when he leaves the country?
Yes.
Is it for work? Is that the reason why he's allowed to leave?
Yeah, they probably, he got his lawyer to give them, say, yeah, for work reasons, I'm going there. You're going to be able to see him on live stream, blah, blah, blah. So you'll be able to know his whereabouts.
They're seeing him with they're hating, bro.
Yeah.
They're just hating on the young youth, bro. They're just trying to stop his progression.
What do you say? This the boy them saw the Kanye West stream?
And look at this weasel that's arresting him. It looks like he wants a diggy on him right now. Like, I could diggy on you.
Black cop.
Yeah,
Black
and I
cop,
want with
black
a heat job on. He's like, yo, bro. He gave him a stutter step. Like, I could boogie right now, but I'm gonna allow you guys.
So you think he's gonna get like the last time when he got out from the gun charge? People didn't expect him to just pop out so quickly, and he got out on Valentine's Day. You think he's gonna be as lucky this time? This is 2 times like in the last year. We're only in May. He got arrested in the beginning of February.
And this is after him recently getting out of a long sentence that he served.
Or not a sentence, but like he was under
pending.
charges.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know too much information about this to speak on it. Like, for all we know, he could have done something crazy. Or for all we know, he could have done nothing. And YRP is just messing with him because they know who he is.
Yeah.
Is that a Somali cop?
I don't know. I can't tell.
You sure?
Can you see the name of his hat?
And there's
one with a hijab on. But yeah, well, why? What difference does it make?
Just seems weird, man. Seems really weird to me. I'm like, what the fuck did you do? It's not like, okay, normally you see, like, okay, when he was in trouble, his face was smeared all over the fucking news.
Yeah.
Right? Now they're just like, okay, oh, he's a runner. They'll be like, oh, he's a runner. Don't put him on the news yet. So they just go for him like this and just arrest him, and then.
Can you Google Top 5 arrested to see maybe there's information they presented on what charges he would have been arrested under?
I doubt they're gonna have anything.
They're gonna have nothing. He's out on by Tuesday, bro.
It's just such a fresh story that I don't know if they'll have anything posted on any news articles yet. Remember, it is still weekend too, right? So the only place that you might be able to find anything on this is like the Reddit or something. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you mean the chain?
But they arrested him for a hate crime?
No, I doubt it.
Well, it's online.
York region, right? Like,
and it wasn't in Canada. He was in Spain.
Spain.
I doubt it's for hate crimes. It might. To be honest, it's probably for another firearm. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's only a list of reasons why they even arrest these guys. Either for an M that they're investigating, a firearms investigation, or some kind of drug investigation.
Yeah, I was gonna say or trafficking or
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like these guys are like criminal masterminds that are doing all these other things. You know what I'm saying?
But do you feel like this arrest may become more publicized because of his visibility now versus before? Like now Kanye is gonna hear that his buddy Top 5 just got arrested.
Yeah.
Kanye might get on Twitter talking about yo, they arrested 5 because the same reason they try to cancel. Like he could make up some type of narrative, but like
Yes.
it's going to bring more awareness and it's going to be a bigger deal. And if he does have to go to like a trial or something, then it would be like almost
Sure, it's not like
primetime news.
Yeah.
Sure, it's not like just a little violation, like because he has the ankle.
I think it could be that, like
You know what I
curfew
mean?
or
And they're like,
something.
yo, you were out last night.
Yeah, because
That
to
seems
be
like the
honest,
most
Because
likely.
now the picture popped up with him and Drake, and now let's say 8 hours later, you're arrested.
yeah, because I remember when he originally got out for the gun charge,
Fuck.
they're saying that one of his conditions is that he has to be home on curfew or something like that.
Yeah.
But then I don't know, maybe his lawyer was able to change that because there was numerous times that they showed him outside after 10 o'clock or out.
Probably within a surety.
Yeah.
But what if they were gathering that data to kind of make a case against him where it's like, yo, you violated curfew on this day. There's a picture of you here. This day you're here. This day you're here.
And they just allowed him.
Yeah, kept on letting him just
Yeah, keep doing it so we have more evidence.
give him a long rope. Yeah. Well, listen, man.
Mhm.
it's just-
What were you doing in Spain?
well, they can see it. It's on the stream. I can show you guys.
No,
But we don't know what else. Off the
Oh.
stream could be anything.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
how'd you do we know if he really got permission to go?
He's has
Must
to.
have.
He
He
has
must
to
have,
because he was
because-
bragging about having the ankle bracelet on and stuff like that on a live stream that millions of people are going to be watching later on, right? So I don't know, man. This is just breaking news right now. We'll keep you guys posted. You know what I'm saying? Because top 5 is. It's I had no top 5 stories, man. People were like, "Yo, enough. This is We Love Top 5." And the man got arrested, fam. We got to talk about it.
I was going to the washroom. I'm looking at my phone, and all I see is top 5 getting arrested.
That's crazy.
Came back and be like, yo, Friday.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll keep you guys posted as the story unveils. Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hold your head to 5. Okay, so let's get to the story that we originally were gonna do before we went to our break.
I feel responsible for this a little bit.
Yeah, KSlime versus KsBandz, the battle of the Ks
KsBandz.
or KsBandz. So I'm gonna go over to the Borough Sounds page where everything started. And for the people who don't know who KSlime is, he's part of you explain that who KSlime
So
is. please.
KSlime is a rapper from Pickering.
Mhm, mhm.
He has a group called PKM. And he's a good rapper. He's like, I guess, like a street rapper to an extent. He's always masked up. I think he sounds like, even though he's from Pickering, like he sounds very much like a Toronto rapper in terms of his delivery and bars. I was showing you, you know what I'm saying? Man said like, catch you at Loblaws, think you a bad man. Like, you know, he's
Yeah, yeah.
snapping. So he's a rapper. I was interviewing him. And I didn't know too much about him versus KsBandz. I think they had some like online interactions that you could see before, like months back.
Yeah.
But I'm listing rappers. I asked him, I'm like, who are some Toronto rappers that have acknowledged you? You know, like your peers, your contemporaries. So I'm starting to list names. I list KsBandz, and he's like, yo, F KsBandz.
So I'll play it right here.
And KsBandz. Yo, KsBandz on fuck KsBandz. That guy's a glue, so I don't fuck with that guy. But
Why?
Fam, KsBandz, fam, that guy's just a problem starter, fam. Like, the man's in Durham all the time, fam. He's basically a Durham youth, like, and fam, the man called me, starting some weird shit, fam, just trying to beat me, you know, like, I don't even know the kid, fam.
Out of nowhere.
Well, out of nowhere, I seen KsBandz calling you. I pick off, I said, he said, yo, where are you at, fam? Where are you at? I said, yo, stay there. No, the man did not stay there, fam.
100 OTD.
Okay. So then KsBandz responded.
No, then so KsBandz was commenting on the post because 6 Sounds reposted it, 6 Trenches reposted it. So he's commenting on these posts. He commented on mine as well. And Sav was commenting
I see that
as
right
well.
here. Niggas can't be dead ass. Yeah.
Yeah. And then KSlime went on his story and screen recorded what appears to be a DM conversation with KsBandz from that incident that he was speaking about.
So this is what this is.
Yeah. So this is from KSlime story. Put the volume's up. So, you know, saying don't leave, brother. Where are you? You guys are dead. I've been here since 11. Call me when you're there. I'm still out here.
So are these guys?
Bro, I'm about to go to my plex. So fucking, cause we're out here, fam. We're outside for beer time. So bag yeah. Link up. I'm gonna give you a time so you can get ready. 12 o'clock. Link up on your block.
so you can get ready. That is
Hold
my
on.
favorite part.
What is happening here? Are these guys linking up to go hang out, or are they going to do
No,
on the
that's how they
drill?
talk, bro. When they're about to, you're not gonna be like, "F you, I'm gonna kill." Link up, wagwan. Hey, that's how we're speaking to.
Oh,
you.
so you think that's like for legal purposes to
Fam,
cover your tracks?
I'm gonna call you and act like I'm your friend, bro. You're knowing that Dusty's not calling you on no friendship, brother. But I'm like, yo, brother, I've been out here outside the complex for like 2 hours. What are you saying?
Where you at, bro? We're gonna
Yeah,
buy you some
B,
pizza.
Get ready. Get on your I'm about to try and get a cap.
And to me,
That's
that is
crazy.
I need a cap. You have
because
a cap?
this to me is I guess in all this, because if you look at it, if these are two people beefing, it's kind of dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they're trying to link up, they're trying to have conflict. But like, just from hearing this, it's like, brother, where are you, brother? Come back at
brother.
12, be ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm giving you a chance. Like, yo, come as your best. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's almost like maybe you guys would have been friends in another life. And
I guess I don't speak YN, bro. This is so
No, that's
crazy.
not a
to
YN.
me.
yo,
Talk,
KSlime is 19 years old.
Yeah.
KSBandz is 17 years old.
Oh my god,
They're young, fam. They are young.
they still have teens on the end of their age.
Fam, they're young. So it's like, because, okay, so when I was speaking with KSlime, there's like a full 10-minute clip out there on my YouTube because he was saying that he had beef with KsBandz' homie. But he was like, that's between me and your homie. I don't have no issues with you.
Yeah,
But no, you have issues with my
But
homie, you have issues with
That's
me.
what I said. I'm like, yo, if someone had problems with your homie and you're really riding out, like you're going to have problems with the same dude.
exactly.
He wanted to make a distinction between, okay, well, that's like super street stuff, whereas like we're rappers. He's thinking more business minded. Because I asked him, I'm like, yo, if this never happened, maybe you guys would have collaborated in the future. He's like, yeah, bro, like I don't have a problem with the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so it's almost like the beef was inherited to an extent. And I'm not sure about this link up or whatever, and I don't want to speak on their beef because I kind of felt a little guilty playing into it because I don't want to be known as that, but that's what ended up going on different blog pages. Like I'll post stuff about random, like welfare and single motherhood. No one's reposting that. You know what I'm saying? That's useful information, but it's like they don't care. People like
They
the
like
rara.
message,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
The D and DJ stands for decisive, bro.
Decisive,
divisive.
divisive. But
Controls.
he also made a point to me, which I kind of understood. KSlime was like, if I'm speaking on things on an interview, it's not going to be that serious. Actually, if I had some real problems, I wouldn't even bring it to the internet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe this is the new game that these youngins are playing where it's like they know that this kind of garners clicks and engagement, and his follower count went up. I'm seeing it. You know, I'm talking. I'm like, bro, your follower count's going up from like being posted on 6 Sound, 6 Trenches, and these guys legitimizing you by commenting on it.
But the choices of words that he used, that guy's a goof and all that. It's like, okay, we're gonna turn up the algorithm, but you know when I see you, I'm gonna have to smack you in the face for calling me a goof, right?
And I don't think he is like unprepared for that. I think like he expects that. They already had some type of issue, and he obviously saw this as an opportunity to create a moment, and he did. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about it. Other pages were talking about it. And he understands that, okay, if I'm going on an interview, this is my opportunity. I need something. You need like a hook.
He gave you the clickbait, bro.
Yeah, bro. And especially at a time where like, like Sav 4X and all those guys, those are the guys right now.
Yeah.
So if you're getting those guys to respond to you, that only benefits you as an artist. So this to me is a business thing.
Another response right here. That's not even me talking with the laughing, crying emoji.
Yo, look at the replies. So some man's like, I can vouch that's not your voice. We all know it. And then Spelly Jr., who kind of, he rolls with KSlime and stuff. Why you got another man talking?
Yo, man, we're deep into the Toronto weeds right here, bro. The battle of the K of the K guys.
KSlime and KsBandz.
What the heck?
The beef that we never knew was going to happen.
I'm confused a little bit. I'm like, I'm still determined. Who's KSlime again?
KSlime is the white boy.
Okay,
bust the wops out the back door.
But that's his brother.
Yeah.
That's his brother.
The bust the wops out the back door. That guy delivering that chorus is his brother, but he's also on that. Like the guy I just showed you rapping the La Blah's Batman. That's KSlime.
That's KSlime.
Yeah.
He's more like the forefront guy.
He's the guy, yeah.
Okay. Now he's up against KsBandz.
Yes. But KsBandz
is a guy too.
He's a guy, but he's not the guy. Sav is the guy
in his crew.
You know what I'm saying?
And KsBandz is how old?
KSBandz is 17.
17.
Holy shit.
And KSlime's 19.
It's 19.
Yeah.
Fam, these guys have their whole lives ahead of them. They have, and like I think, and
I think Pickering's gonna be hot this summer, Doc.
Hey, that might be the next place that where all of the Toronto rappers are coming out, or the GTA rappers are coming out.
well, a lot of Scarborough rappers
Go
go
live
to
in
Durham.
Pickering.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
Like they
yeah.
do their thing in Durham.
Yeah. Makes
And-
sense. Makes sense.
And I did want to add that because I was very curious about this because I'm like, KSlime, like what do you expect from KSBandz? Like what advice would you give to him? It's like, bro, like if you're the ticket for you and your homies to get out, why are you the guy doing XYZ? You should send mans for that because it's too risky because you're so valuable to your homies that it's like, we can't lose you. You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I going to send you to hit a lick when it's like, you're the artist, you're going to get all of us out. And I think that's a good point when it's like, when you start to get bubbling from artistry and then you're still in the streets, you're like blocking your blessings in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's an impressive point from a 19-year-old too.
These guys are mature, fam. And like if KSBandz is listening to this, like he's a talented young artist.
Yeah.
He has his whole life ahead of him. I don't want to see any of these new gen rappers falling to the same curses that the previous generation fell, where they're all getting locked up when they're having their moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like forget all that stuff. I know it's hard. You might have to change environments. You might have to change friends.
Yeah.
You might not be able to hang around them with the same people because they might have expectations from you.
I call it rescheduling relationships.
What do you mean rescheduling? Like you're going to spin back on them after?
Yeah, I'll spin back on you guys later. I got some shit to do.
Like in like 8 years?
Damn right. Where I can help you.
Yeah.
And I ain't dead.
But do you feel like some of this could be a result of these youngins feeling a pressure to adhere to like gangsterism? Like they feel like a little more obligated to go on a certain way because it's almost their brand.
Well, once you start with the gangster shit, you can't switch. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard. Like once you get into like the rapping shit and you want to come in from the perspective of the gangster rapper, you can't just switch and be like a Mesquite rapper all of a sudden.
You can switch to like Jay-Z. Like you could pivot. Like you could establish your foundation as a gangster rapper and then expand to like wider audiences.
But you still have to keep it gangster to a degree. Like Jay-Z still even
like
in
a
his latter
1-2 bar.
years, yeah, said like I used to flip this, but now I flip paintings or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he could always still say I used to flip birds. You know what I'm saying? So he's still coming from that street perspective. So once you choose it, you got to stay in it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a big culture, like that drill culture.
These
Like,
guys need hits.
That too, like
get some hits. Now.
Yeah,
KSBandz has hits to an extent. Like
no hits.
Hits like a Griselda Blanco type.
Yeah.
What do I know you for? I still don't know them for a song.
Yeah.
Busting wops out the back door.
That's that. You do know
Kinda
that.
you got me with that one because
That could have been a track. Like
it is. No, that is a track. Where's the record now? Where's the features?
So what's your advice to these
features?
You
guys have all stacking up all this bread. Go pay for a feature, bro.
Yeah.
Go pay for a feature, bro. Go catch a $3,000 feature, $4,000 feature, bro.
Take it to the next level.
Take it to another level, bro. Go get one of the guys from the States that are making moves that are on the same level as you, but in the States, you are like they're you, but they're on a higher level.
Yeah.
Pay them $3,000 and watch your thing go up in the States and here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? See what happens at least. See what happens. Because you're gonna go beef with KSlime. KSBandz is gonna go beef with KSlime, or KSlime's gonna beef with KSBandz, but none of them really have bands off of the thing. Like you know what I'm saying? So you're beefing for what spot?
For the bottom spot,
for
to
the
be honest.
bottom spot.
None of the mans are on top yet.
You're watching
Respectfully.
Next Man?
Yeah.
You're watching Next Man, dog. You have a job to do. If your job is to make hits, bro.
Yeah.
Your job is to do business moves, bro. If you think beefing is a business move with no money and no hits, it's a non-calculated move to me.
Yeah. At least make some diss songs. Then.
You're making me know you for the 15 minutes. That is all it is I'm gonna know you for. After that, tomorrow morning I wake up, I'm not remembering KSBandz like that and KSlime for a beef, bro.
Yeah.
I'm remembering them for their music, if anything.
Unless they have like a rap beef and they make good songs against each other. But as I was saying, like KSlime, his follower count increased from it. So you can't say that like the beef isn't like strategically beneficial in a way,
mean
you
I'm
know?
your fan.
True.
Because I follow you does not mean I'm your fan. I followed you for that 15 minutes, for that scroll. This looked interesting. I went back into your profile. I'm like, okay, you do a one too. You know what? Bob, let me give you a follow.
Yeah.
Bro, you're gone in my algorithm. Tomorrow morning, I'm not waking up looking for you.
Yeah, you'll probably be forgotten.
And then you'll pop back up. And if it's the same thing and I see it around, all right, I know about it. Okay, it's the same thing. Reddit has seen it. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, over.
Yeah.
I'm looking for your music after that, bro. And if you're coming, like, okay, cool, I'm hearing your tunes, but that's it.
Yeah, or some entertaining content at least after that to keep me on the page or make me know why I followed you in the first place.
They need hits.
And yeah, I agree.
They
you
need
need
hits.
100%. That's all we really need at the end of the day from all these artists.
I just want some hits. I just want you guys to go do features, get the Canadian rappers' names more known with those other rappers. And I don't care if you go to Europe, States, just do it, bro. Stop showing off money in these videos, wearing the same damn clothes when I see you on the road anyways from the video, and don't have hits and don't have I'm not dissing, I'm just giving you like something I would give my son or give my friend the advice of like, yo, bro, we have no hits. Bro, we're stacking all this bread, but we're showing off bread, but we have no song with none of the man them out there in the industry.
Yeah.
To say we're really doing stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can beef all day with the man them in your hood, but bro, come on. You know? After a while, that's boring, bro. I want to see them make moves. Go to the States. Go do something, dog. Get on a tour, bro. You know how many times man's traveled Canada twice, 3 times? Sometimes in 1 year, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact.
In 1 year, bro. There's guys out there doing that. These guys can do that. You know what I'm saying? But you're what are you, scared?
They just haven't leveled up enough.
Who knows if they can go to the States?
Doesn't matter. Go to somewhere, go Canada.
Go to Canada. Do a Canada tour.
Do a Canada tour.
Yeah.
Go fail. But go see if people even actually like you, bro. Besides Pickering or besides the little area that you live in, bro.
Yeah, well, when I asked KSlime about like doing tours, like there is a safety concern. Like this guy's always shiestied up because people don't like, a lot of people don't like him so it's like
in his neighborhood.
Maybe in his maybe across the city. I don't know.
Bro, he comes down to where I live, bro. Nobody would give a shit about him. No one knows him. No one knows him like that. Like, be real with yourself, right? You want to do music, bro? Or do you want to be a bad man? Pick one, bro. Because you'll meet the bad man you need to meet. Bad man don't do music, eh? Bad man do bad man things.
True.
You can't do both?
Yeah, but you got to transition. So, okay, I'm a bad man. I'll punch you in your face, bro. I can go to your city, bro. You mess with me, I'm punching you in your face, bro. I have to stand on it. Okay? Because I chose to come to here. I chose to do rap now. And man's known me for being a little grimy cat back in the day. Okay, cool. I'm prepared to go somewhere and punch you in your face, bro. Kick you in your nuts, bro. If you mess with me, bro. Because I'm here for business. Yeah. I'm going to go to Calgary. Yo, fam, I'm going to tell you the truth. I beef with mans in Calgary. I've been to Calgary enough times. Kind of like, you know, if they see my name on something, they can show up.
Yeah.
Ready. So what's the point in doing this then, bro?
You got to be ready to die for this in a way.
Exactly.
Yeah. If you're going to put that energy out there, now when you have to go finish your job, you have to go do your shows.
Yeah.
Then just make sure to keep the same energy or protect yourself. Or just not put the energy out.
Or just not put the energy out, bro. Right? Because I can see where KSlime's going with it. Right? And I can see how like someone could call him because they're taking him for a soft you or something, right? And they think, okay, he's getting a little bit of traction. Let me try and step on this white boy's game. Cut that shit out, KsBandz. Go make some music, bro, with your guy Sav, because he's getting enough play. Go get on that level, bro. Then go diss some guys. Then go start go stir up some shit with some rappers you feel are probably better than you.
Yeah.
And then get them out the game. That's the whole point why I'm beefing you, eh? I think I'm better. I think you're better than me. Most times when rappers are in a beef is because I think you're better than me. So it's not that I'm better than you. I'm scared. You're better than me.
But you're saying, so KsBandz is someone with about 16,000 followers on Instagram. KSlime has about 1,300, 1,400. So it's like, why would you feel intimidated by someone smaller than you?
Yeah.
You tell me.
Because you think they're better than you?
They're better than you.
I mean, KSlime he's a
dirty
sick rapper still.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. So now, think about it like this now. Durham youth. Both of them. One lives, but I'm not going to say where one lives and one lives. They probably living not too far from each other, right? It's a battle of like a territory.
It's like, yo, they're saying you're the guy in Durham, but I'm me.
I'm me. How's this guy with 3,000 views getting more sound right now?
Yeah.
You know what? Yo, call this guy. Y'all be. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But not thinking it out like, hold on. I should have called him and just been more like, yo, let's do a track.
Yeah, that
And
might
let me
be.
bust your ass on your own track. And you can try to bust each other's ass on a record.
Do you feel like within the scene, do you feel like KSlime being white is a disadvantage or an advantage?
Somewhat. No. It will be an advantage if, like, you see, it will be an advantage if guys like me who don't see it as a color thing now, because I'm like, look what I just said to KsBandz. Like, smarten up, bro. Just
Yeah.
because he's a white boy, you think like what? And he's making his 1-2 moves. You fuck around. Sorry, not to swear like that, but you mess around. When that boy KSlime's ready to get his shit together and go across the rest of Canada, let me tell you something, little niggas. Canada's white. When you go across Canada and go to some of these shows and tours, there's no black people in the crowd, bro. Go to Banff, bro. Late night party. Do a show down there. You will not see one black person.
You're the only black person in the building and you're the performer.
There's something. Come on, bro. There's black people everywhere you go. But I'm saying, majority of Canada, when they listen to hip hop, it's white kids. It's white kids that are gonna come to your show, dog. Especially in those little rural, small cities in Alberta, close to Montana, and those places. Go there. You wanna see what kind of fans you have there, dog? You're signing autographs, you're signing booties, you're signing titties, you're signing foreheads. All right?
Yeah.
It's true shit. But for now, KSlime, he'll go there and he might be accepted because it's something there like, wow, white guy, shiesty on. Whoa, Toronto.
He's putting on for us.
Yeah.
In the big city.
You KsBandz is supposed to be right there beside him, like, yeah, it's from the same city, same Durham. We made records together. These guys don't know how to collectively put it together so it can blow.
Yeah.
So once it blows now, you're like, holy shit, now I'll beef your ass. You know what? I'm better than you. If you wanted to, because shit's soft right now. 2 years went by. We've been making good music. Like they know us as a little bit. We have our click over here. You have your click over there. But when we combine, the music sounds good. Whatever. We're both from Durham. You know what I mean? They just want to fuck with us. They could have started something in Durham where they could have went as that city around Canada.
Yeah.
They messed it right up. Now KSlime has to go there by himself when it could have been a collective of these two people from the same city combined. That's more fans.
More tickets. More money.
Yeah.
You get what I mean, dog?
Yeah.
They think that's going to bring sales, bro. KSlime and KsBandz beefing. That's not bringing sales, bro.
It would have been so smart if like Sav and KsBandz brought KSlime as like an opener in these random white cities.
Trust
like,
me.
Bro, that would have hit. You know what I'm saying?
Hits. You guys are not thinking.
Yeah.
Well, we never know, man. It's not too late for
It's
them to resolve.
late,
They're fam. They're 19 and 17, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
In
making
5 years, you're not gonna care about this. Maybe even in 2-3 years.
Yo,
unless
bro,
there's really like blood
bro,
spilled.
The way it looks to me, I hope they don't take this any further. But this is always the start of the route to the evil, fam.
Yeah.
This is when it starts.
Yeah.
So if I could get in between now and tell them, yo, eat that thing. We're supposed to be touring the place together, and you guys both members from the Durham region. You guys supposed to link up, bro. Beefing. Honestly, I'll tell you the truth. I would have more linked up with my Durham cats and we would have went back down to a certain place in Toronto and terrorized these guys. Let's war with these guys a bit. Let's couple, let's take out the real guys in Toronto who are getting more of the views.
Yeah.
I'd be teaming up with these. I'm like, yo, take out the man them, bro.
For Durham.
Yeah. I'd be more like, let's take out these guys.
Well, listen, man. Salute to KsBandz. Salute to KSlime.
Salute.
Hopefully, you guys can resolve it behind the scenes and
keep the peace
and keep the peace and make some music, man. Okay, moving on. I have a Julian update.
Wowzers.
So he's not dead.
He is not dead.
Did he call you?
No, I got a message from a gentleman named Equity Tomb.
It's probably still him. Anyway.
No, it's not him.
It's not him.
So he says, yo, I know Julian personally. Bro, he's fine, and he got banned from posting on all social media because he's been bullying hotel staff and the public is making Dubai look bad. Yeah. So they arrested him and released him under condition that he does not post at all while he's there. He's moving to another city. I'm not going to name where he's moving to next month, and he'll be put and he'll let everybody know that he's alive soon. Okay. He likes to hype around his death, and he wants to keep pushing his streaming platform. So he still has a streaming platform. It's the one with the fish. I forget what it was called. All right. And apparently I might be able to get on the phone with him. You know what I'm saying? Mm. So, and I don't know if everybody knows who Julian is, but there's been more content pieces surrounding Julian. So I think he's getting more familiar. He's the guy who was living in Dubai. He had some issues with Top5 and Drake, and there was some alleged $2 million transaction that happened and all types of alleged wild shit, okay? Since then, he went missing. Nobody knew where he was, and then the rumor people started saying he was dead. Like, there was posts all over saying he's dead. He's alive. Right? There's confirmation from somebody who speaks to him directly.
Yeah.
Okay, so for anybody out there who's been wondering what's going on with Julian, he's alive, all right? Here's the confirmation. Hopefully.
Good stuff. Good stuff. He's alive.
Yeah,
W living.
Yeah. W to Julian
Thank
out
God,
there, man.
Gigi didn't get you.
No, because the implications, if he really did pass away, people are ready to drop recos, I feel like, man.
On who? The man them?
Yes.
Nah, bro, that's our fault then.
People are trying to connect the pieces, say, oh, he disappeared after he beefed the Top5. I watched the whole video saying, see, when he said this here, that was the nail in the coffin. And I was like,
who said this? They should be.
Bro, there's YouTubers right now making serious, the tinfoil is out, bro.
The whole suit.
Yeah.
Worse than me and you. Like.
Yeah. So we're here. Anybody who's making these YouTube videos, is the Dubai kid dead or whatever, watch this back. This is the clarity. He's alive. Okay. I got one more story for us here. I'm thinking I might actually no. I'm gonna skip this. I'll give you a quick announcement and then we'll do this last story.
Holy shit!
There's been shootings at these dispensaries, the dispensaries.
We just talked about them.
Yeah, I just don't want to get too much into them because they demonetized us last time talking about these places.
Are you serious?
Yeah. They didn't like us talking about the substances or whatever.
And the legality of it.
But the thing is, besides the substances of what kind of shops these are, they're getting shot up. 3 of them in a row. And one of them, there's all over the city. There was one, I think, shot up in Scarborough. I think there was one in the West End. And somebody drove a truck into one of them.
Yeah.
What's going on? Is there a target on these people?
Government.
You think it's the government behind it?
Of course.
Interesting.
I don't think so.
Yeah, government. Not to say specifically like, hey, you, but hired guys. And I want my business to be here. Remember when I told you it's about to be legal?
Yeah, but that's still to be determined.
That's the point of it. It's like when the weed dispensaries were just about to fade out. Me and them start get robbed.
Yeah.
So now it looked dangerous.
It's just that the difference between those and the time when it came to the cannabis is like we had activists out there, like,
so you don't think there's room activists right now?
They're not as loud.
They're not gonna be as loud because a lot of them are using it for their children, personal use.
Microdosing for depression.
Some people don't want people to know that they're going to work under these type of influences. Let's be real, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you're activating. The fact that there are actual plain in sight stores is what I'm trying to show you by the bylaw of things when it came to the weed dispensaries that were illegal to the ones that are legal now. How did they come into play? You got to watch the pattern of how when the dispensaries of the come into play.
Yeah.
They started getting shut down. You got a penalty. You're not going to be, if you got caught with a dispensary, you can't now get when it's going to be illegal.
Yeah.
There's certain little things they're putting into play now. Okay. A car ran through your shroom shop. Dangerous. Was he? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it went through a shop. Dangerous. What else happened?
Two of them got shot up.
One of them got shot up now. Wonder why? Dangerous, right? So now that it's looking, so this is where the government can say, we're going to control this now. Because anything with the government on it, you ain't going to go there and just shoot it up. Let's be
True.
real. It's so crazy, right? And it's the same building, but it's just the fact that it's a government building, so you ain't shooting shit.
Yeah.
But make it be me and you that own that building, and we got some shit. Motherfucker come there with
Every day.
AR-15 and say, you niggas get out of the town.
Yeah.
Because my store is coming here next. You get what I'm saying? You got the growers that are growing these now. That are probably like, hey man, I think we can get some stores. But there's bylaw areas where you can only put these shroom stores. You can't put a shroom store across the street from a school, bro.
But how come like you can put a store anywhere? It's not even legal. Like,
No,
imagine I open up a store selling firearms and it's just out in the open. Anyone could walk in. Like, how are we allowing things that are like, we're not even following our own rules?
Yeah.
I'm not against the legalization of it or whatever, but I'm just saying like, it's plain sight. I'm sure officers drive by it every single day.
Very much
There's
so.
multiple different ones. And I personally think that like the dispensaries are beefing each other because there's different brands.
Yes.
There's shroomies,
Yeah.
there's fun guys,
Fun
there's,
guys,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so maybe it's like an internal thing, but like, it kind of like makes us look so bad where it's like, we have these illegal shops that are being rented. Like they rent out the property, they rent out the storefront to an illegal business.
Mm-hmm.
Office, that's like an easy lick for an officer if he really wanted to, but
Yeah.
they don't even have their own system like in check. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like the Wild Wild West. You can do anything you want.
Yes,
Long as
until
you have the money.
can I open up a pork store in Saudi Arabia? You know what I'm saying? Like maybe it's not illegal, but you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Oh no, it's probably illegal.
that's what I'm saying. But it's like, imagine you had one and nothing happened every day.
Yeah, at least for now, you get to get away with it for several spaces of months before they crack down. Like when they started popping up all over the place, it wasn't like a day later they were gone.
They're there every day. There was one on Queen Street,
Yeah, yeah.
the heart of downtown. Anyone could see that, and
No,
it's like,
we didn't see it.
but then it begs the question. It's like, are you guys getting like cutbacks from these guys?
I'm
Like,
sure we won't kick in your door. Just make sure to keep on paying us.
And there's certain bylaws, bro, that you know what I mean. If you're not breaking, right? There's like, it's just like with marijuana. Those times, it's the same thing. You got to take it in, right? Like, you can still there was like you couldn't have this store. Bylaw would still come into your store, see that you had, but then would be looking only for edibles. So there could be like, in a certain sense, like, you know what I mean, with the
Yeah.
loophole.
Yeah, there's little loopholes.
Yes, but when it
bro.
came to the Eddies, it was like you went into a legal dispensary, and if you had Eddies, that's a problem. None of these dispensaries are legal at all.
the illegal dispensary back with the marijuana, if you had edibles, you'll get shut down.
But if
Because
you
they
just
were
had
illegal.
bud,
If you had bud,
it's for personal consumption.
you had like a grace, you know. So
Yeah.
kind of seeing it like, what are the type of
No, it was medical. They put it under medical.
Oh yeah, I
What-
swear some people had a medical.
why.
They had a
That's
medical
why.
card.
Back in the days when they had those spots and they were like, yo, how is this able to be open? It was because it was supposed to be for medical use.
And mans were getting
Yes.
medical cards from
I
their
remember
doctor.
getting one at the time.
Yeah, but like, come on,
While it
Weed
was
the North and
illegal.
stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Like, but I know those are some, and then there was just some like where I worked in Weed the North.
Yes.
Yo, that's literally.
Brother,
Yeah, you used to
How
work
many
at that
times-
spot.
how many times, man, them get their flipping shit kicked in, and the next day we're back in there, fam. Just that we knew not to put in edibles now, or we only had a certain amount out, right? So I'm thinking in these shroom, because I haven't been into these shroom places, right?
Yeah.
Like, what are like the names in a sense? Like, what kind of shrooms?
Okay, well, like pause, like penis envy.
That's
Okay.
the,
like
that's
that.
the one. Yeah.
Okay, now that's like, what is like the highest shroom?
I don't know.
You don't know. But if you were to go into one of these places, they probably have something in
They
there.
don't have it displayed. It's not displayed outside.
It's not displayed.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. When you go in there, it's like just menus.
Okay.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
then you
They
pick
don't-
off the menu, and then they go in the back room and come and bring it out.
Yes, yes.
Right? So it's not visibly where you can see it. So imagine how many times they've gotten undercovers in there.
Yeah, because I've been in these places. I've never seen the exposed things in the jars, like how they used to have the old weed spots, right?
Yes. yes.
It's just everything behind in the back.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was gonna say Medicine Wheel does that, but I think now Medicine Wheel is just like they allow it now too, fam.
Well, they're under the native
Sovereign.
sovereign, right?
But they're even get busted too now.
They do
Yes.
still get busted.
Yes.
They're
but
getting
they,
busted.
they allow them more times, you know?
They're
Yeah.
going to.
So do you think the same thing that happened with weed where doctors will give prescriptions for shrooms. And then they'll go to these illegal dispensaries and then slowly, I think they're just going to blend it with the cannabis industry and probably sell it from the same
That's what I'm
spot.
saying. They're trying to take control of it now.
Monopoly.
They're going to monopolize off of it. So what's happening is if I can get like the shroom guys or whatever fun guys, right?
Yeah.
If I can get that company out, you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But then there was this other company that's been doing it longer than them. I don't know their names, right?
Yeah.
They might be the candidate for the government to say, okay, you guys are one of the guys.
You guys lead the charge.
Yeah.
Like
Shroomies is where you're talking about.
Yes,
Yeah,
right?
they're the older one.
You guys are going to be the guys, right?
Yeah.
Because they're doing the footsteps probably on the background to be the guys. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're not getting in trouble. And there's no police coming. No shootouts. No nothing.
They're like the Tokyo Smoke of the shroom game.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now you got these other guys, the fun guys. What's happening to them? They're getting shooted up. Right?
They're the cafe of the shroom
the
game.
Weed the North or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We were always on.
They're the
news
black
and
sheep,
shit like that.
and the other ones will be the main guys.
But yo,
Exactly.
cafe.
But we didn't get it.
Yeah.
We didn't get it. Cafe's owned by the boy. We didn't get it because we've been cut. So,
Wait, cafe's owned by the boy them?
Cafe is owned by the boy.
How you know?
Don't ask me how I know.
But is that why they're the only ones that
That's
are still?
when it was the times when they were being busted. They're the only guys that not being busted.
They're still there.
But yo,
They're
I
still
swear they
there
are
on St. Clair.
But I swear they put like cement blocks and they have to get a crane. So like, why would the boy them do that to the boy them? Like,
That's the playoff, bro. Like,
that's the psyop.
That's a psyop, bro.
Yeah.
That's a psyop,
That's deep
bro.
still.
That's
Listen,
a psyop,
man,
bro.
Just to give you guys some updates out there for the people who might be going to one of those places. Approach at your own risk, man.
Yeah.
You might be walking out and get hit in a crossfire, bro.
And I do want to add that, like, okay, I don't want to get us demonetized, so maybe you have to believe this, but they sell pens.
I know.
Fam is like the craziest. Like
I
if you get charged with like possession or trafficking, like that's like a schedule, like 3 or I don't know. Like
Yeah.
it's one of the worst substances like on that tier. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can anyone could just walk in and buy this. Like if I'm running a society, how am I allowing things that I don't even allow in the law? Like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
no. The fact is that law already knows about these things. It's just that they don't want us having these things because it enlightens us more.
Yeah.
I don't believe that, man, because I feel like this is so.
And all them things there, bro.
Okay, maybe it's like to an extent, but it's like I don't think like everyone that does shrooms is like enlightened. Like I know some idiots that do shrooms.
Yeah,
Like,
so
they
do I,
didn't
bro.
change nothing,
Not
fam.
to.
They're
Not
still
to.
losers. Like
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's
I
not
do
like
shrooms, dude. Like,
they didn't gain new consciousness. They're
Yeah.
just friggin' on.
They're
they're just fried.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I think the majority.
Right.
I know 1-2 mans who did shrooms are like, yo, ego death. Or you know what I'm saying? I changed my whole life. Like I stopped smoking after, but like more times you're just zooked, fam. Like,
Yeah,
Ego death is crazy.
ego, you know, man love to say ego death.
Yeah. No, bro, you still got an ego, bro. It just
Still got
morphed
ego.
into something else.
Yeah.
But listen,
It
man,
enhanced.
salute to the people who out there who are trying to do their thing, bro. Be careful, man. Maybe get the vest when you go into work.
Didn't we?
But let's move on. Let's move
Yes.
on. Last thing I got on the list here. Hamilton Creeps rental with benefits. This is how I
What?
titled it.
Rental with benefits.
So I found this here, or this was sent to me. Salute to Shorty. She sent this to me via what's the name of this? I hate when those words are all
Emma Ansa Unfiltered.
Okay, so salute to Emma Ansa. She broke this story here. I don't know if she's breaking the story, but she's revealing the story about this guy in Hamilton who is looking for female tenants only. And you don't have to pay rent as long as you break him off a little some pum pum pum.
Wait, Indian man.
No, white youth.
Oh shit.
He watched too much prawn.
Up and up and up. So watch what happens when these reporters go undercover to expose one of these human traffickers. Take a look.
Offering a warm bed in Hamilton, Ontario for a young petite female.
Petite.
Call and agree to a
This
coffee.
guy's being specific.
I'm coming from somewhere in Toronto. I'm just in urgent need of a place, so I'm able to come. Start to be on my way soon.
Right, understandable.
Arrive and wait.
It's understandable.
Comes out of the coffee shop.
Out of Tim's, so Canadian.
Introduction.
Watch this.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. I can sit here. I saw that offered free rent, so I was like interested in meeting you.
Right? That's what kind of with the friends with benefits.
He's being very upfront.
Your terms, because a lot of people say different things, and that's one thing I find.
We fool around a little bit here and there, right? Sort of.
When you say
In the same bed, right?
there's only one bed,
Yes.
I like to know people's expectations. You like what?
Please.
What?
Next in Yam Pum Pum.
That's cool. We can do other things, right?
He meets them at Timmy's, bro.
Classy.
Diabolical.
Get a bagel.
I don't mind
Cream cheese.
helping me out too, right?
You only want girls? Like,
Okay.
He's like, I'm not gay.
I don't mind helping you out as long as you don't mind helping me out too.
This guy's a real one, though. He's such
So this is what's happening in Hamilton. And it's happening other places too, but
Brampton,
this is what got exposed right now. This guy is out there getting girls to come through. The girls asking him, "What if I want to pay?" No,
It's like, I don't want your money. That's not why I do this.
and he's being straight up, like you said. Like he likes oral, he like different things. Like, hey, he's being specific, bro. He wants a petite girls, but this is happening, bro. There's mans out there doing rent for benefits.
Yeah, but he's so stupid though. Why don't you just go get a real working thing and just make it live there?
Who's trying to go? Who's trying to go? Who's trying to go down on a working thing?
That's
No, he's trying to go down.
He likes to orally please.
Oh,
No,
he likes.
He likes being orally. I think he likes to get head.
No, I think he likes to give head.
Oh, he's a giver.
Yo,
I'll take
rewind
it.
that.
Yeah, I think he said, I like to orally
because
please.
then it makes my point right. You should have just flipping made a little crackhead whore living here.
and that's one thing.
I like to
I like to orally please. Okay. Well, here's the thing.
Ooh, this guy's a real bow cat.
That's why he said young petite girl. He's like,
Oh
I'm not
my.
trying to orally please some old hag.
Yeah, some smelly pumps.
Lord
But the
Jesus
thing is, he has to
Christ.
pay for the escort. Like these people that he's trying to bring into the place, they're trying to come and pay for rent, and he's like, you don't have to pay rent. So this is all a free thing. No money has to come out of his pocket. Like, because I understand your suggestion. Just get some hosts to come in and fulfill your fantasies
and live there.
But like, he has to pay for them to live there. He doesn't have to pay for some young girl who answers the ad to live there.
Whoa. You know how many little scallywags running around are homeless right now that he could have just said, yo, what?
Well, how do you know he ain't already done them? You're acting like that's not in his wheelhouse. He's putting out a list, a Craigslist or whatever, an ad. You don't think he already ran through all of the little homeless girls?
Hey, like, they stink. They don't want to bathe.
He ran out. He's like, I gotta hit the web.
Yeah, he's
they
done
don't want to
that.
bathe.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, I need normal hoes.
Yes, if this guy is putting an ad on the paper for tenants with benefits,
Yeah.
I'm sure he's seen a mid homeless chicken that looked like a 10 to him, bro. This guy.
And then he figured out he couldn't get her out of the house.
Yeah, maybe they're problematic.
Yeah, didn't want to take a shower or nothing.
Yeah, I feel like somebody like him has tried the homeless thing already, bro.
This guy, I want to see how he looks. How does he look?
I don't know, bro.
Let's see how he looks. They didn't put up a warning sign about this guy.
No,
The bolo. To be on the lookout.
He's not yeah, they're not charged him yet.
No, I know, but still. Like,
We have to keep do this.
Yeah, there's no picture of him.
Okay, wait, I have a question.
This is senseless.
What if there were two consenting parties who were like, okay, the girl would say, I will give you sex in exchange for accommodation. Is that human trafficking? Because there's no cash exchange, there's no monetary exchange, but there's a value exchange.
Yes. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is going. I had Jordana Goldlist in here the other day. Salute to her.
Yeah.
She would have been the best person to answer these questions, the criminal defense lawyer. Because I don't know, man. That's a really gray zone right there, bro.
I feel like that happens a lot. Like, but it's more unspoken. It's more like, okay, the girl's living here for free,
but
we're smashing. And if we weren't smashing, she wouldn't be living here for free.
Men do that all the time.
Yeah, it's called marriage. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. But you know what I'm saying?
I don't understand. I don't know. I know like they're saying it's trafficking, but it's creepy. It's definitely creepy.
It is creepy,
but I don't know if it's illegal.
Is it creepy because he's old?
I would have.
Yes. That's the only reason.
This guy, he's lucky. There's like some real pimps out there not thinking right now, like being like, yo, hey girls, over there.
Yeah.
We're gonna clean this nigga out.
Yeah.
We're gonna clean this guy out.
But that depends if he has anything to like. He might just have like he might be just living humbly. He has a nice little apartment.
That's how it sounds. It's like low level sugar daddying, where it's like he doesn't have the cash on hand, but he has the asset value.
Yeah, you can live in my house just as long as I get to eat your pumps.
Well, I got a home.
And the thing is, like the way he's positioning it, especially now that you mentioned the whole oral thing, like, yeah, he's not even like, yeah, you can live here as long as you suck my dick. He's like, no, you can live here, and if you let me eat your pussy.
Oh, he's a real cook, eh?
You know what I'm saying? So he's not even doing it in a threatening way. Like you come here, you gotta suck my dick. He's like, no, I'll pleasure you if you live with me.
Them girls in that Tim Hortons were like, I need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but there might be one girl who says in this, you know what? I don't want to get my pussy eaten, and I get to live somewhere for free. Sure,
I'll tell my boyfriend this.
Do I have to sign a lease?
Probably not.
You know
so he can kick you out at any time after he's done with your tun.
Well, make me sign a lease. If I'm a chick, listen, that's why I can't be a chick. Pause, right? Because at least I guess you can. But I wouldn't want to be.
Yeah.
Because I'd be a big whore, bro. Are you crazy, fam?
Oh, God. I hope you don't clip this.
Clip it. What are we talking about, fam? We're not in demand.
Everybody.
No, fam. What we have in our legs is not in demand like that.
Yeah.
It is to the girls who desire us. But it's just not on average, oh, well, if I give you some dick, then I can get through. Women have the portal inside of their pants, bro.
I don't.
What are you talking about, fam? You know how many
like
girls?
Money. I like money.
But there's bare simps out there who are like, oh, you're going to give me some pum-pum? I'll give you anything you want for free. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you have this key inside of your pants, that you could just walk around and listen, respectfully, unlock bare doors, fam.
Yo, Friday's waiting outside concerts and shit.
Bro, I'm getting into concerts for free.
Brown, he's just holding his purse waiting.
Bro, I'm getting into clubs for free. I'm getting to live in places as long as I let a man not even give the guy the pum-pum. Let him suck my pum-pum. What are you... Just like you have platinum. It's not even gold inside your pants. You have platinum in your pants.
See, same men, we have like copper. Like it's not even that valuable.
It's not even valuable.
Like
right?
we can't even do the same. Like, yo, hey, baby, if you give me an extra slice, I'll give you some dick. They'll be like, get out of my store.
Some mans can do that. Some mans live off just slanging their wood, fam.
Yeah, but they have to be super, like visually pleasing, maybe ripped.
Like an anomaly. Like yeah.
Got some money, and then maybe they can get away with saying, I'll give you some dick. And that's still a slippery slope because somebody can call on them. You know what I'm saying?
True.
But women, they just have to say, hey, I could give you some pum-pum instead. Officer, don't give me the ticket. Look at my cleavage. There's other stuff down there too. If you want to just let me go off for free, I know I was driving 150 and 100.
But here's my number.
But here's my number. Now I get to slide. We don't have that advantage, fam. They just tell us, yo, if a female officer comes up to our car, yeah, I know I was speeding, but we start zipping on our zipper, we're going to jail.
You know the only dudes that have that same advantage? Gay dudes.
Yes.
If they see a gay dude in power and they're gay, they could offer themselves and
free.
Yeah.
Right? But we don't have that, fam.
We don't.
And I'm just saying, if me personally, if I was a woman, I'd probably be a whore. Because I'd be able to get into so many things for free.
Would you be a sophisticated whore with it, or would you be a dirty one?
I'd be a sophisticated one.
Yeah.
I'd give the illusion that you can get some pum-pum, but just not really give it to you. I'd be playing games.
You be catfishing. You be catfishing.
What are you? You'd be Ruby Rose? You'd be Ruby
Rose. Right? Catfishing is different. That's like I present one way and then when you see me, I don't look as good as I'll be looking fine when I come through.
Yeah.
But I'm not giving a pussy. But I'm gonna make you feel like I'm gonna give you the pussy.
You know what? I respect you. You're not a whore then. You're not really a whore.
But sometimes I might have to break it off. It depends on the circumstances.
You're breaking it probably off to a person who is worth breaking it off to.
I wish that we had that power with the Johnson. That we can be like, yo, like we don't have to have we have to even have a certain size.
Yeah, but
for women to be like, okay, that might be an option.
Yeah.
Right? And women, they don't have to have a size. They just have to have one. I have a pussy. Hey, there's an option where you can have this instead of making me pay.
some girls are dry, bro. Some girls have whack tun.
We don't know that until we
Till we
actually
try.
smash it. But the option is there. They can say, I can give you this or I can pay.
I've been offered that before and I took the money.
Yeah. I'll take the
That's
money.
you. You guys are
I'd
have
always do
integrity.
Yeah, bro.
Men of integrity. Men of honor. There's bare men who are not men of honor out there. They're just like, what? That's an option? I can have pussy instead?
Yeah. Oh, they
I was gonna spend the money on it anyways. It's like what?
No,
Yeah.
it's the fact that that's how you can kill them. You can just get them with a piece of pussy.
Yes.
Easy.
So, like, imagine having that power in between your legs, bro. I'm not saying that I want to be a woman or something. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
they're walking around with more power than some of them even know, bro.
Yeah, and I think most of humanity has been spent kind of protecting that power and like limiting it and suppressing it. Because once the cat's out the bag, now you see women are almost running the world in some ways. You know what I'm saying? At
There's
least
men
socially.
who lose their mind because they can't get back with this girl anymore, and they know that the way she smashed me, she's gonna give it to somebody else, and now they're ready to kill. Girls are not doing that as much over just a piece of dick, bro. They'll do it. Don't get me wrong. There's crazy girls who will kill over dick, but there's way more men who are trying to kill over some pussy, bro.
Yeah.
Pussy's powerful, bro. It makes the world go round.
Pussy power.
Yeah.
That pussy got powers.
But yeah, salute to we went way off track. Salute to Emma,
Emma Ansa.
Emma Ansa for putting us onto this story with this creep over here, man. But yeah, last thing, he's a creep
Yes.
because the way he looks or whatever he's assumed to look.
What's he doing?
But if he was like a bodman, like you're saying, certain guys, like, would he be a creep though?
Yeah.
I think it's all about the approach. Like the fact that he's so like direct about it, it kind of makes it creepy.
Maybe.
But if he was just a surdy guy, he was like, yo, like say he dealt with a girl and he's like, yo, you could live here as long as we keep doing that for free. Like you might have been able to finesse it a little bit.
Yeah.
She might have
That's
fallen in
Riz.
line.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah, that's
she's
Riz.
yeah, exactly. If he rizzed it a little, but he's just being too much of a John. Like
Yeah.
Bro, you're making you just because listen. This is where you would lose though. She gave you boom boom. Now you're making her live here for free? No.
she should still pay rent
Still pay rent.
and give you
I'd
pom
still
pom.
make her pay the rent. And,
Well-
and chef, give me some pom pom.
He's not that. He
He's
has
not
to be. He has to have a little bit more Riz power than that. the way that they have, even though he's clouded out, he looks like a no Riz man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I pay and you give me pussy. That's the only other way you can get it. You know what I'm saying? You right? But salute to him, man. I actually no salute.
Me half of that pussy.
Yeah.
That's what you.
No salute.
No salute to him.
No salute.
Let's get out of here.
He
though,
gets
man.
no salutes.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.